more. Their hands carried fire to a beacon that had long gone dark, and its light now watches the coast like an ancient eye having been reopened. But the night had not answered with comfort. Across the waters of the Rotmere, an island now glows with a dim, swollen pink light, like a bruise on the horizon that pulses faintly after sundown. Since the beacon's return, that glow has only grown more visible, so something there has noticed the fire. You turn north along the coastline, leaving the tower behind, and the world grew quieter. So you reached the edge of the Whisperwood, and there the silence was not empty. Trees murmured, branches shifted without wind, and the words almost formed in the hush between the leaves. High above, just out of sight, something sang, soft and distant, like a lullaby carried along the treetops. You were not alone. As small shapes followed you through the undergrowth, watchful and waiting. When Seneca reached out with magic to understand their speech, the forest answered back. It was not just the squirrel that stepped forward, bristled and wary, his voice caught between chitter, sylvan, and something older, but the whisperway itself, as the song above them became clearer. This lullaby, this warning, this ward. And the squirrel questioned them, asking them to find out if the party were enemies. And one of the odder questions that they got asked was about when the dead stand up. Do you make them sit, or do you ask why they rose? The party's answers did not seem to satisfy whatever judgment lay behind this creature's eyes, but it did not bar your path, but would neither offer you help going forward. And sometime later, Bree called upon the Heartwood Amulet, and as green light spilled across the roots and the leaves, the forest seemed to breathe in sharply. The squirrel recoiled in sudden fear, not of you, but seemingly of what she carried. And in a trembling voice it spoke the prophecy of this Whisperwood. When Heartwood wakes and root meets crown, the dead shall stir from hollowed ground. The words fell like leaves in autumn, each one heavier than the last, until the final warning hung in the air. But if the heart its burden keeps, the hollow holds and all else sleeps. As the squirrel's fur stood on its end, he lifted his tiny paws tight around a needle-thin blade, and with a cry torn between terror and duty, he lunged at Bree. And that's where we're going to be picking up this time.
I forgot he was lunging at Bree.
If I can have everybody go ahead and roll into some initiative for me.
I think we have tokens selected, don't we?
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Whose tokens are saved to character sheets?
Did we hear Caramel dancing from the island?
Those who were eating the berries might have.
Shakare, shakare.
Seneca. Yes.
Bro is ready. I hope Eo's okay. He's just been in his wagon with his broken arm.
Yo, I'm about to roll a 20 right now. I feel it in my gut. My
20.
gut lied.
Oh, no, wait, not 20, 13.
Oh, it was almost halfway, you know.
I did pick a token. Why?
It would have been a 20 if you just picked a token.
You know, I picked a token. Okay, I'm keeping the 13. I'm just trying to see if this works. Fuck, that was close.
Wait, you rolled a 13?
Yeah, well, no, I rolled a 13, but it did the weird thing where a token wasn't selected, so I was trying to figure out why I kept doing that, and I did it right this time.
Wow. Put it on the board. First nat one.
Who got a nat one?
Whoa! Oh.
Oh, it's because I had
How the hell do you
list.
get 3.16? Austin 316.
It's a setting in Beyond 20 to add your decks for tie breaks.
Oh.
Oh, what is your dex? They gave you 1.6.
It's a 16.
No, it's 16.
Oh,
All the cool kids use it.
Wait, no, I want to be a cool kid. Wait, no.
I gotta put the my wooden dice back on. That's why it didn't work right.
I gotta fucking look at a poem.
I think it's just a continuation of the digital dice roller hating me.
Heart Reborn.
Bree is just really shocked that the squirrels don't like her amulet.
Music's intense. Just a squirrel in the background playing the drums.
Top of initiative, we're gonna have Crow seeing this another squirrel coming from out of the canopy as this spell is loosed from Bree, as I believe it was Speak with Animals was cast onto Yastrev.
That is
You
correct.
watch this green light wash over the pair of them, and this squirrel noticeably shifts in its demeanor. And before Bree has even finished casting this spell, you can watch as the squirrel draws its weapon and just starts charging forward, with a bloodlust now present in its eyes. You have this split-second advantage to do something before it does. What would you like to do?
Well, the thing is, she's not sitting in her chair yet.
I'm here.
Oh, she's here. She's here.
She cast ball from downtown.
He's like, she's on her job. I'm here. I'm sorry. As
Haters gonna
he
hate.
is trying to go and stab Bree's face, can I vortex warp him onto the ground?
Absolutely. Anywhere in particular on the ground?
Just like at my feet, so that way I'm looking down on him and he feels really small.
Sure thing.
Now that nobility's coming out.
As this spell warps this squirrel as it leaps from that branch and rapidly closes the distance, you see as it draws its sword back to slice, and it just blinks out from the air there. And with a shift in the energy, the ground in front opens up in front of Crow and spits out this squirrel. Upside down, he's disoriented for this split second, but now he's in front of Crow.
And she would like to look down on him and be like, if we start fighting, we might wake things in the forest. We must be quiet, little one. And she'll pass her turn.
Roll me a persuasion check. At disadvantage, depending on what language you're using.
Squeaker squeak.
Squeak, squeakums.
She would just use common, because I don't know how to speak squirrel.
All right.
Wow.
I was a 17.
17s.
She's consistent.
Take it or
Pretty
leave
good. You watch. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's all I got.
All right. The squirrel kind of steadies himself, claws himself back upright using half of his movement to stand upright, steadying himself, and he just sort of reassesses now that he's been repositioned amongst the party. And he takes your words under advisement, and his breath seems to calm a little bit, and he's going to hold an action.
Perfect.
Bantu, what would you like to do?
Can I tell you the funny thing?
Absolutely.
What I want to do is bonk him over the head. But after the whole goblin thing, he did promise Shikari he would stop doing that. So Bantu will just stand there and let the talkie people do their talkie thing. Because the leader said stand down.
All right. With that, Shikari is up.
Okay, Shikari's going to hold her action in case anyone else attacks, and she's going to kind of talk to the squirrel in the same tone, kind of try and match Crow's vibe, and just be like, "We're not here to make trouble. We're not here to make trouble, and you know, but we won't hurt you if you don't hurt us." But she's you know, she's got her kind of crossbow. It's kind of pointed at the floor, but like diagonally, like she's ready to pull it up and like fire at any moment if anything goes wrong. So she's gonna hold her action.
All right. Next up, we got Eobendra. Anything you'd like to do at this point in time?
So where was I last in the story here? I'm like in the wagon with a broken
In the
arm, is that
wagon,
right?
yes. Your arm has been healed. It was just out of commission while you were away. It has been tended to by the party members, but yes, you are in the wagon watching all of this unfold nearby. You watch Crow warp this squirrel that was trying to lunge at Bree in front of her. It appears there. She tries to talk it down, and everything is just kind of pausing for a moment.
Okay. I will also ready in action and just give Crow like a nod, like, you got this. So if shit breaks out, I will blast the squirrel.
All right. Brienne.
Rienne is. I honestly don't know what to do. She's going to hold an action and with a crossbow and wait for any aggressive actions.
All right. Yastrev.
Yastrev's gonna look at that squirrel, get a real intent look in his eye, and he's gonna go squeak, squeak, squeaker, 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 squeaking, squeaker McSqueaking, squeaker, because he had speak with animals cast on him, so I could speak squirrel.
And you say this, and you watch as the squirrel sheathes his blade, kind of puffs up a little bit, and recovering himself a little bit with dignity that he has left. And in this voice that Yastrev can clearly make out, Seneca can make out enough of to translate for anybody, but for everybody else, it comes out more or less just as like proud squeaks. It says, I am Bramble Whisk of the 3rd Canopy Watch, Seed Counter's apprentice, Whisperway listener, acting scout under temporary authority of Her Nut Majesty, Queen Pinewig. You are currently being monitored, and I want to say you've demonstrated excellent minimal recklessness. A promising start so far, to say the least. Tell me, what brings you through the Whisperwood?
We seek passage through it to the other side.
Why do you proceed through routes that are under observation?
We do not understand that these routes are dangerous or under observation.
Perhaps clarification is required before hostilities or hospitality may be selected. When you enter a place that is not yours, do you take first? Or do you listen first?
I listen always.
And have you ever broken a tree on purpose?
No? I can't say I have. I grew up as a child in a place with no trees.
Answers show potential for non-ruin. They're still very large and very loud. But possibly not forest breakers. As he kind of cranes his neck, and as the moments continue to pass by, Seneca, is there anything you would like to do at this moment?
She will attempt to communicate with him in Elvish. Didn't we already speak to a squirrel, though?
Yes.
Okay, so she will relay that to him. We spoke to another one of your folks coming into the forest, and I was able to decipher the lullaby for the trees. I figured
His
that would
ears
be
just
helpful
kind of like
for us.
go flat. He says, you can hear it too. And you're closer to this than you should be. The forest is sick, the song is thin, and things that should sleep are turning over in soil. We are short on allies who do not have teeth the size of weasels. That light is not small magic, as he says, pointing with his tiny little paw over towards Bree. That is old promise. Old mistake magic. We've not decided which. But Queen Pine Twig would want to see you immediately, preferably before the forest does.
Oh, okay. She'll relay that to the rest of the party. Their queen wants to see us because of Bree's amulet. Is it an amulet?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Something about mysterious magic? Old magic? Was that what was said?
Yes. How did she acquire this amulet?
They want. He wants to know where you got your amulet, Bree.
Oh, it was granted to me by the god of my island.
I do not know what this means.
Tell him.
What does this
Maxine.
mean, granted by God of Island? How does she can have more? She can bring many more.
Uh-oh.
I don't know.
How many more amulets can your god give on this island?
I assume someone translates for me.
Yes.
Okay. She'll say, it's the only one. It's the heart of my god.
So you will hand it over.
I would like to talk to your queen first.
If you turn out to be terrible, I will scream very loudly, and many of my cousins will become your problem.
I'm gonna be
love
cool
that.
if you're gonna be cool.
We wish no
Well-
hostilities with you or your people.
Perhaps I will travel in the same direction as you, but at a higher altitude. I will not escort you, though. You will have to walk this path on your own. But I can take you to see Queen Pipe.
I love
Can-
him.
I try making a. I know what I want to say. I just don't know what check I want it to be. Can I try making an intimidation check? And it's not like outright intimidation. I kind of want to be like, yes, escorting this huge group of travelers would be very hard. I don't think any squirrel could probably do it.
Gonna try and reverse psychology him.
If I can.
Yeah, that could be intimidation or persuasion or deception. Your call.
No, I'm gonna make an intimidation. I'm wondering if he could actually do it, or Yastrev is. That's a 15.
15. Let's see. You gather by his lonesome, he would noticeably have difficulty trying to keep up with a party of this mass. But he seems confident in whatever numbers of cousins that he was talking about. He's sure that if something were to happen to him, he would have reinforcements nearby. So he looks a little bit cautious, but like he's walking knowing that he has allies within earshot.
Okay. As much I was trying to say he couldn't escort us because we're too many people.
It's too much of a challenge for him.
Yes.
And he does seem to lean into that a little bit of like, yeah, so if he were to turn his back on enough of you, it could potentially be bad for him. And so that's why he is wanting to keep perhaps a little bit more distance. He's not as trusting of you, but starting to work the party's needle in direction of diplomacy. Briarios, is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, I don't think so at the moment.
Very well. Then we get to the top of the initiative order, and if nobody would like to take any hostile actions,
We're doing it.
we can call that being the combat.
Glad I was the first.
Yay!
It was a good way.
I want
As
to kill the squirrel.
XP.
as Bramble Whisk just starts leading the party in a direction of the forest.
Literally,
Assuming the party
first step that Bantu takes, he snaps a twig with his foot.
There's a moment that goes by that you can like see his shoulder almost kind of twitches upon hearing the sound of that snap. Before he looks back, sees that it was Bantu, maybe looks a little bit relieved, and then keeps on in his pace.
Oh, that's worrisome. That is so worrisome.
Crow is going to practice her stealth abilities that she's been working on this entire campaign, and so she's going to go as quietly and as quietly as she knows how to, which is normal for everyone else. But
Yeah, let's see
she
the
thinks
crouch.
she's being quiet.
Yastreb is
Rian.
going.
Oh.
Sorry. No, you go.
No, Rian just walks as she usually does, and she's gone.
What?
Who?
Where the fuck did she just go?
Who are you talking about? Where'd who go?
My God, she's hilarious. You'd be the greatest spy in this world. I'm just saying, you could be right next to your target, and they would never know.
Yeah.
You could kill them, and people like, who did that? And you just
It's
walk
like
out of the room.
speech that Brad Pitt gives Matt Damon in Ocean's 11. You have to be likable and then have them forget you the moment you're out of their sight.
Anyway, sorry, Jeremy.
I have disadvantage on stealth checks. I'm going to be loud as
Oh,
fuck.
we're making stealth checks?
I don't know.
No.
I was
No,
going to
Amanda
try.
was practicing stealth so she wouldn't step on sticks.
Yeah,
I was gonna
like
try to
she's not
be-
actually being stealthy, but in her mind she is. She's like ninja right now, just like Kronk's sneaking through, whenever he does, like the
Do
Should I roll
do
stealth
you
for
do
the
your
wagon
own
music?
theme music, or does Bantu need to play music for you?
being quiet. But yeah, I prefer the theme music.
Everyone remember your abs? Always be stealthing. Yeah.
Stealthing. Yeah.
Stealthing.
You know what? Maybe I'm feeling lucky. I'm just trying to avoid big noises as I walk, but I'm still chinking.
Sure.
my armor.
As we're following this little squirrel, can I look around and see if it's obvious how many others there might potentially be in the trees surrounding us?
Roll me a
I don't plan on
perception
being
check.
ambushed by them, but I am curious on our surroundings.
With the 17, you can make out roughly a dozen squirrels following the party any direction that you choose to look. You can make out a number of them rushing through the treetops, the occasional hop that they are suspended in the fall, that you catch a few more of them that you hadn't seen as they were in the branches. Like, there seems to be a good number of squirrels in this scouting party, all keeping a close eye on you now that you are being actively not escorted by Bramble Whisk. But additionally, you notice among the trees, maybe one out of every 300 trees or so, rather than being a hardwood tree, the branches and leaves are all drooping off from the trunk like wet noodles.
Ew.
And they take on a
Wait,
much
what?
more autumnal color in their leaves and full
Wait,
foliage.
so there's like every 300 trees, there's like a really weird one? What? I'm sorry.
Not-
that was
Not like a consistent pattern, but every so often you can make out a sickly looking tree that has
sickly, sorry,
yellowed,
I missed that word, and I was like, wait, what
Gotcha.
was that?
kind of yellowed in its leaves, and the branches rather than just shedding the leaves, the branches themselves, almost like boiled pasta, are just drooping down at the sides.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Around those ones that look sickly, is there any noticeable differences in the ground around them? Like, I'm not gonna like
There's
go and inspect it per se, but like any just obvious if glancing over at them, being like, oh, that's a weird tree. Like, does the ground look like rotten or anything around it?
from a distance, it looks as though like the trunk might be starting to rot, and that's starting to seep into like the immediate ground space. Just like where the
Okay, cool.
old trees and branches and soil leaves had built up around the trunk. That's starting to take on a similar sort of discoloration, but it spreads no further than a couple of feet beyond the base of each tree where that is happening.
Is Bramblewisk still close to us?
You do catch him on occasion amongst the squirrels that you see not escorting.
Yeah, but like, is he like within talking distance? Because I don't want to yell, but like, if he makes it.
He could be if you're addressing him.
Yeah. She'll say, Mr. Bramblewisk, sir, and she's gonna say it quietly. She's not gonna yell at him, but like, what's going on with those? And she'll point out one of the sickly looking yellow noodle trees.
He
Quite unsightly.
He slows and kind of climbs up on your person to scamper up by your shoulder so that he doesn't have to answer in a voice any louder than much of a whisper. And he says, I believe this is why the song of the woods is fading. It is slowly sapping the life force, I believe, from this woods. But so long as she sings, they continue to sleep. So long as the trees can help ward, the protective barriers remain, and the enchanted slumber remains. The rootstone hollows will remain quiet.
Do you have things threatening your woods? I mean, if the song weren't to continue.
Oh, certainly. You must be talking about the sorcerer of slippery thunder. He who summons storms without clouds. He imprisons the wind, steals howls.
Sound very good. Where is he the one slumbering? You're breaking up. I can't hear you. Is that just me?
Yeah, he's going robot for me.
He kind of shies away before peeking left and right, nervous whether or not, perhaps looking for some sort of encouragement before pressing on down this line of inquiry.
Pro is going to reach into her pocket and break off a little piece of her ration and hand it over to him.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Was she
With advantage?
those on her own? God damn.
He
How do you
hungrily
on a... Oh, never mind. I'm bad at math. I'm sorry.
He hungrily snatches it out from your hands, wolfs it down to the point that both of his cheeks are overstuffed with excess ration, but he continues to just speak through it. As you know, that's stuff that he can snack on later. He says,
Later.
So jealous.
He who summons storms without clouds, he commands the sky. He calls thunder from a clear blue day. We've seen lightning strike, but nothing burn. It's an unnatural mercy. Sometimes the lightning makes pops. He as these spinning spheres, whirling prisons, like winds yowling inside. You can hear the captives screaming if you only pressed your ear against them much. I did not press my ear. I did not want wind in my brain. You see, he resides in the tower of slippery thunder. He keeps himself confided to it. Perhaps you could ask him to keep his sky orbs closer to his lair. They tend to wander, and they stalk the woods Yes, perhaps you can all deal with the Sorcerer of Slippery Thunder, and then I can escort you to the Queen.
Well, if he's causing such a ruckus, I do think that we should probably have a speak with him. I mean, it's sad to see your forest dying, and I don't think anyone should have to sing for forever. That sounds quite exhausting. And I think maybe we could do something about it. I know we're on quite a short timeline and all, but you've been so friendly this whole time, and I'd hate for your forest to just continue to die around you as you just sit here and watch it wither away.
The lumberers and the failing wards and blight from the shores. If you could take care of this sorcerer, it would sure do a number, boost our spirits. The Queen would be elated, to say the least. Certainly, if you could help out with this endeavor. You, as she says, kind of taking a moment before peeking back around each of the individual members of the party as you're continuing to trek forward. What's the scariest creature you've ever encountered?
Oh, that's a really good question. Probably my mother on a really bad day. It can be quite scary if the floral arrangements aren't set up correctly for the balls.
Is this a good day?
I would hope so. I do hope that she's had more good days since I've been gone.
I would hate to ask, as not all of you look to be equipped with weapons and armor for a task capable of such warriors.
You know, sometimes you don't need armor to be able to go to battle.
Perhaps you could all arm yourselves with some particularly sharp sticks and big rocks. You could throw them from a distance.
My man's a tactical genius. I love this dude.
That's something to consider indeed. Yes, I do. I haven't quite considered the thought of throwing rocks, but they do say sticks and stones break bones, so maybe you're onto something.
As he continues leading this way and that, kind of making an erratic pattern, not keeping to like a straight line of travel as you were continuing.
So are we going to the tower now?
After a couple more hours, the forest begins to thin ahead as the trees bending subtly as though they've grown around something they do not seem to understand. At first, you might think it a trick of the light, a sort of shimmer between the trunks, like heat rising from stone. But as you move, the distortion remains in a great curve in the air where the world refuses to sit straight. Then the tower reveals itself, or rather, it almost does.
Whoa, that looks so cool.
As stone walls bend like reflections in rippling water, windows appearing in the wrong places, then sliding sideways when you blink. The spire stretches too tall, then compresses as though distance itself cannot decide how far away it should be. Encasing it all is a vast translucent sphere, not glass and not force, something softer. The surface dimples inward and leaves drift against it, and then smooths again, holding the forest at bay like a patient breath. Light fractures across its in pale rainbows, and sounds from within arrive a heartbeat late, faint and almost double. Within the sphere, from within the sphere, barely visible unless you stand still, faint shapes drift. Soft glimmers like ink diluted in moonlight, turning slowly in the air around the tower. Symbols, perhaps, or thoughts, or memories that have not yet decided what they are. The forest is quiet here, not empty, listening.
That's a cool looking tower.
I'm like
Very
speechless. This is
pretty.
fucking cool.
It's really
exciting.
cool.
Is that a statue at the top or a dude?
It looks to be a figure standing there.
Okay.
I was going to ask Chikari, Chikari, do you think that this might be another necromancer? Something that's pulling the life essence out of the forest?
I don't know. It's a good question.
It's some strange magic that's going on, but it's not. I don't know. I don't know a lot about wizard stuff.
I don't even know where to begin. As we approach the tower, do the squirrels make themselves scarce, or do they kind of stay with us?
As you guys get closer to this tower, about 150 feet out from that outermost kind of bubble of the illusion that the tower is concealed inside of, the squirrels keep their distance. Like they get you close enough, they stay 150 feet out from that furthermost barrier.
Oh man.
It is a slippery tower. I don't have detect magic or anything. Can we hear? Because the squirrel mentioned something about being able to hear the wind and how he doesn't want wind in his head. Like, is there any different sounds? Like, I couldn't hear the song to begin with, so I don't know if that's going to be helpful. But is there audibly any different sounds happening over here? Does it seem more dampened, or like,
You
how
can
do trees
still-
look around here? Are they all dead?
You can still hear the lullaby of the woods around. There don't seem to be any particular centralization or like a larger amount of those yellowed trees that you can see drooping. You do still make out the occasional one as you are getting closer towards the tower, but it's not like there's a cluster of them here or anything.
Well, I guess we could go knock on the door.
Knock on his. Yeah. Sorry, I lost the voice. Let's go knock on the door.
Just in case if it's some kind of harmful magic, should I go first so nobody gets like totally electrocuted or exploderized?
I mean, I don't want you to get
Well,
exploded.
I don't want you
either.
to get exploderized
I
either.
am highly explosion resistant. Thank you very much.
Yes, it's
I
meat
have
shield to the front, and then I'll be right behind you, Bree, in case
Oh,
things
you're
go
so
awry.
sweet. Meat shield to the let's put the girls up front. That's the meat shield. I will activate my rage just in case. I'm gonna heighten my senses here, and I'm gonna start walking towards the bubble and see if it does something terrible to me.
All right. Who's keeping close to Bree
I
as she's
will.
approaching the bubble?
Shikari.
Bree and Yas. Bree, Yas, and Shikari.
Yep.
Awesome.
Like a quick
Dynamic
Arcana
trio.
check.
As the three of you begin
Sorry, I'm
to
gonna cast
approach.
mage armor on myself real quick, just in case.
Okay.
And I think EO wanted to do an Arcana check on his end.
Sure. What do you want to check out?
Do I recall the range on chain lightning?
That's a good question. Definitely a rollable one.
17, I think you got.
Let's see.
EO takes 3 steps back, so he's out of range.
That's about 30 feet.
Let's see. The range on chain lightning is 150 feet. And then from that initial target, you can go 30 feet beyond. So
Mr. Crow,
181 feet, you would be safe.
Mistress Crow, would you be so kind? Could you come here for just a moment?
Yes, what is it? Are you feeling? How is your arm feeling? Is it quite all right? Did we bandage it? Okay. Do you need anything? And yeah, she's gonna like be walking over towards you while making sure you're okay.
And yeah, he's going to
As-
let them go knock on the door.
All right. As the three of them walk out to the outermost shield bubble that is before the door, on the approach, you watch as 7 faint runes seem to drift from somewhere within that bubble The closer you get, this almost fog of war seems to cloud the exterior of the bubble where you approach, kind of concealing the inside as these softly glowing runes pop up. They glow softly and seem to resist force, but would respond to careful guidance, perhaps. And when brought close together in certain orders, they look to hum or chime. They look kind of like that.
Oh shit. Chikari, smart one. Solve the puzzle, please.
And Shikari, I don't think I have to ask because I believe this is the language that you speak. I'm going to make this handout available to you, Evie.
Okay.
Because I believe you speak Draconic.
I do indeed.
I love when we know the languages for puzzles. It makes it so much
Sometimes.
Oh, if you flip to the back of the book, it gives you the answer.
You just gotta turn it upside down.
Oh, right. It's on the bottom of the page written upside down. It's like, come on, guys.
Guys, if you just turn the entire dungeon upside down, it tells us the answer.
Bree stands on her head.
Okay, everyone can see what I can see.
Let's see.
You know, I'm just gonna throw this out. That is the cleanest handstand I have ever seen in my life with Bree right now.
It's rock solid.
Like you could walk like that for miles and be okay.
As the three of you approach, you see, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was wondering if we were supposed to solve this now, or what's the deal? What's it say?
It's just going to re-describe the situation for you.
Okay.
So these are the runes that you see as the three of you approach. So 5 of them are looking to be arranged in a particular order.
Are the ones in the dash lines right now where they're meant to be?
But making any sort of attempt to move or shift the ones in position 1 or 7, they almost kind of magnetize back before being pulled away from their fixed slots.
Okay.
So Shikari's gonna kind of like just explain what all the different runes mean. Just to everybody so that they all can kind of help figure it out. In certain orders.
I
Uh,
have an idea. It might be the last word of the first phrase. So what is kept must be held, because the first word is shelter, so maybe held, which is hold, which is like that D symbol. Might be the second, and then the next one at that point would be share, which is that little very tiny C looking thing.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah. Oh,
And
I
then
mean,
the next one is
there's
like
enough
the
of those.
fork.
Yeah.
Sought is seek.
What happens
And
if
then
you
it would
cast
be-
the spell guidance?
And then carried forward. Is the R.
A, I'm a fighter. B, I think my god's dead.
What? What?
just
Well, he
random
asked-
trauma dump. I think my god's dead.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, he asked, what about guidance? I went, A, I'm a fighter. B, I think my god's dead.
Shikari can cast guidance, I think.
Well,
Well, this is
probably.
tough.
I feel like
What-
I agree with Jeremy. I think he was on the right track.
What you got, Evie?
Oh, I was just chiming in to say no, I do not have guidance. And I was gonna also ask, how many do we get like unlimited tries? Can we just start fucking around and finding out?
ask the
I like
squirrels?
that.
What was the answer?
You want to ask the squirrels?
Don't want to ask the squirrels.
Or are you asking me?
Whoever
The
can
voice
speak
in
to
the sky.
squirrels, can one of you please ask them if this is like a lock to get inside, and then if we get unlimited tries to unlock it? Whoever can talk to the squirrels. I can't.
There's a
Seneca
chain.
will ask them.
Assuming there's a kind of communication chain of going back and forth, it comes back that if you're asking them if this is a lock, this is new information to them.
Wait, they brought us here, but they don't know what it does?
If they don't
Well,
know
the
how to get
squirrels are
in,
afraid
they
of
can
it.
clearly, they instead direct your attention to the top of the tower. There's a wizard stood right there. He's up at the top
Oh, boy.
where he has
Well,
remained motionless.
Have you thought of hi everyone? Have you thought of, I don't know, maybe throwing a rock at him and getting his attention?
I think
Well,
we're
it's
supposed to
safe
be
to
trying to be still semi-quiet. I wouldn't want to draw an attack from behind by shouting. I don't know how we're supposed to talk to him.
Well, we just. Well, do we have? Can we just climb up the thing?
We're trying to get into the bubble.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
It's fine.
came
It's
back.
it's an arcane lock to the bubble, and when we got close, it went opaque or something. That's when we couldn't
Yep.
see the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I just got back, so
But
I'm
yes,
So it's
in
kinda
theory,
like-
we could climb it, but I'm sure there's bubbles going to do terrible things to us.
So it works like Tiny Hut in a little bit of a way?
I think so, yeah, with a
Okay.
lock. Instead
Maybe-
of Leobind, it said Luigi's Tiny Hut. It's got a lock on it.
I think I
Did
might
you
be
try like touching the rune and then touching where it's supposed to go? It says careful guidance, or asking it nicely.
Did you try turning it on and turning it off again?
Guys, it was unplugged.
I mean, I think Jeremy's got the right idea. Like, I think we just need to arrange the
Oh.
runes, like, in
It
that
just
order.
feels like my backstory. I don't like it.
1 is shelter, 2 is hold, 3 is shared, 4 is seek, 5 is carry forward. The 6 is
watch
what's
as-
fucking me up.
Each of these runes are kind of drifted into place as he kind of almost like trying to move fish from the outside of an aquarium. It's like you can move your hand and they kind of drift loosely in the direction. Sometimes it takes a few tries to get it keep moving before you get it to that line where it sort of magnetizes. Once it gets close to one of those slots, it seems as though your selections are made and locked in once they drift into place. As you move hold, and then share, and seek.
I think share is the 6.
No, I think remember is
Remember's
6.
locked into 7.
One,
That's the problem. That's like what's fucking up my brain right now.
Right, I feel like one of these is irrelevant and we have to reuse one, but I don't know which one.
I don't know what's going on.
What endures, remembers why it began.
Well, just because we have the clues doesn't necessarily mean that those clues are the ones that are missing in the center.
Ryan, this is some riddle of salt and stone bullshit.
You know how many years it took us to solve that one?
God damn it!
All of them.
So
I thought we put those ones in there, the 2, 3, 4, and 5, and see what happens.
we're still missing 6.
Oh, let's put 1 in and see if it locks into place like 1 and 7.
Yeah, but there's only 5 missing, so if we just start,
Yeah.
and
Maybe continue grow, because I know we're trying to figure out the riddle, but if we look at the answers, as long as they make sense, because you want to hold, you want shelter that you
share.
hold, you share,
Oh,
and you seek and you carry forward. But I think continuant and grow, and then remembrance.
it's like you continue to grow because you remember the mistakes that you've made, maybe type thing.
That's deep.
So 6 Continue grow.
As the sixth rune is dragged into the slot, there's a soft hum of energy before this exterior bubble just sort of pops and it vanishes. This barrier washes away.
Yeah!
Hello.
I fucking love puzzles.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've got -1 intelligence.
We
As a
did it,
person.
everyone. We equally contributed.
Absolutely.
I was
All right,
confused.
stepping over the threshold. Guard yourselves, everyone.
And the front door of the tower opens wide.
Yeah, this is gonna go good.
I mean, maybe this is
Go
just going to
inside.
be a nice little shit.
Illa?
I've seen enough terrible magic things, you know, including undead rising up and stuff. Does anybody have the ability to see maybe arcane, like runes or sigils or something on the floor in case we step on something and almost die?
You mean detecting magic?
I
I
don't know.
have eyes.
Hello?
Eyes, got it.
Super helpful.
Now
My
Stripes just gonna
perception
walk
is.
forward into the entrance.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
I
Streb
If I see
walks into
somebody
the
explode,
tower.
I'll tell you not to step there.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk in.
Yeah,
And
Streb and
I will
Briario step
follow-
into the tower.
I'll follow.
They immediately trip.
The tower explodes.
They're in like 20 feet, and then I'll walk in.
Rian will follow closely behind.
All right. Is anyone staying outside?
Bontu will take up the rear.
I'll
Trusting
be-
that the squirrels have the outside. Oh, wait. I have a question.
What's up?
When the bubble popped, Bontu was looking up at Wizard. What happened with Wizard at top when bubble pop?
Remains perfectly motionless, like it's
kinda
just
like that.
silently observing.
Is this it? Alive?
Can Bontu wave at him?
Bantu waves with your left or your right hand.
Right.
Bantu waves with his right hand.
Damn it, right.
Wave with your left, see what happens.
Oh, he's a lefty, that's why.
Huh.
Pop, pop.
This seemed like bad idea, but fuck it.
Bantu, from the exterior, you watch almost like an elevator. That orb second from the top seems to get swallowed into the tower and starts descending down.
What?
What is going on?
So that bubble it's almost engulfed by the tower, and you watch as the tower kind of swells as it starts lowering through the floors.
Sorry, I realized I was muted. Seneca does not want to go into that treehouse.
All right,
Oh,
Sunica's
dang.
staying out with the squirrels.
You don't
Well,
want to go into the Pyramid of Time, Summer?
She has had a lot of experience with unknown magic, and she's just not feeling it today. Unless
Alright.
she absolutely has to.
What? Hey, what's the
Would-
worst
would
could
you
happen?
Would you
Apocalypse?
come in?
What
Do
about
it,
for a
Rachel.
Scooby snack?
Say the Scooby snack joke. Do it.
Would you come in for a Scooby snack?
Don't,
I don't
you
think she
mean
would.
a Seneca snack?
Don't think
A
you would.
Seneca snack?
It's just a flask of alcohol.
You could get
Two
loaded.
Seneca snacks?
The two Seneca snacks.
So yeah, she'll post up outside in case any weird
Wait.
stuff happens.
Who does that make Shaggy?
Yes.
I know last time we got this comparison.
Zoinks. Wait, zoinks.
Ben, you got something?
Those who walk into the tower find a small reading chamber within that seems to have grown from within the tower's interior, with a number of floating shelves, drifting chairs, and books sealed in translucent globes. As each of you emerges into this chamber space, after a moment or two, giving you just the briefest of moments to observe the room, you can see there's a door opposite the entryway that does not appear to have any sort of a handle or hinges that you can make out. It seems, if anything, more drawn on the wall than an actually physically constructed door.
Bantu's gonna go inside and look for that bubble.
Cool. Bantu goes inside looking for the bubble. Bantu's attention is drifted up where he last saw the bubble, and maybe others following Bantu's gaze look upwards, and one by one can start making out that within this falling bubble, lowering from the ceiling, somewhere in the shadows beyond, from up above, as this bubble lowers down, it appears as though inside is a almost trapped and injured squirrel. You can see a number of wounds across his person as he seems to be drifting unconscious, but badly wounded inside of this bubble as it drifts down into the middle of this chamber. And you can hear this voice just start I guess greeting everybody. Okay. Sorry, one second.
The bubble is busy?
Yo, give the bubble a second. Goddamn.
It's got to load between layers.
This voice booms out. Greetings from Pelavar of the Patient Sphere. Tell me, what brings you here?
Squirrels said that you were fucking with them. Oh, sorry. Was
I
supposed to,
see.
like, croak
Very
out?
well, then I suppose if this is reason enough, then reason it should be. If
I mean,
whatever
that's-
troubles the squirrels. If you come here on behalf of the squirrels, I could save it, or I can open the door you seek. But I'm afraid I cannot do both.
What?
Can
save the
Bantu
squirrel.
use a bonus action and whisper a healing word at the squirrel?
Sure thing.
Bree wants to go for the door.
Bantu, as you expend this spell slot, it burns through the words, but the energy does not seem to pass through the sphere that the squirrels contain within.
Anti-magic bubble.
Why are you hurting the squirrel?
Tis a test of care.
I don't get it.
To detest its care?
The test was not meant for you, Green One.
Who is the test for?
The little bookworm you find within your body. It seems that her time has come. She
Oh,
seeks passage through this tower. Then perhaps it is time for her to prove her mettle.
Shikari's gonna kind of like peek behind everybody's legs. Hello, me then? What is it you require?
Scale Sire of Aerin, tell me, would you have me save this squirrel or open the door that you seek? As Bree walks up and begins observing this painted on door. I cannot do both.
Why not?
The magic of one is required as a component for the other. To open this door would require the sacrifice of this critter, burning through its life energy to open the passageway for you.
Passageway to where?
I think you already know the answer to that one, little one. To the Bastion beyond.
Tower. Okay. Well, in that case, I would like to not go through the door, and let's keep the squirrels safe. And I will be sending a message to my adoptive father, Pop Eric, and he'll be hearing of this. So she's gonna put on her best crow impression.
Nice.
As the lights seem to just snuff out within this reading chamber, those with dark vision even have a hard time seeing, but those with dark vision are the first to notice this almost kind of like a spark of light start fizzling up in the center of this room from within that bubble as this energy just begins to almost glow a little bit brighter and a little bit brighter with this blue luminosity. As it begins glowing a little bit brighter, these bubbles seem to just start weeping and multiplying out from a number of the squirrel's wounds like suds. They just continue growing in volume. As you watch just a couple more seconds of these rapid bubblings that before they start to subside, and you can see some of its fur has started to regrow, and some of its broken bones look to have been reaffixed, and it's looking a little bit better for the wearer as the exterior bubble starts to break free, and echoing from within, you can hear the same healing word that Bantu echoed earlier, as if it were delayed for a moment, now that the bubble is gone. As more of this healing energy washes across the squirrel's person, you hear the same voice. You did not seek power. You did not seize knowledge. And you did not trade life for a door. As this figure appears as the lights return to this chamber, that is how I know you are Bookworm and not Book Dragon. Has this been on? Oh, son of a gun.
I'm
One
sorry.
sec.
That's fucking cool.
That was pretty cool.
That
Sweet.
was cool.
Hey, Ryan, I have
Hey.
a question. Okay. You know what? Question rescinded. There's
As standing before you, Alavar of the Patient Sphere, a soft-spoken, absent-minded, known to treat conversations like shared reading sessions. His bubble magic is known to be an extension of his beliefs that thought that knowledge needs space to breathe.
Cool. Do I know him?
You've heard of this guy. You've probably never met him. You might have heard stories from Papa Eric about this guy being kind of a hard ass.
What's his name again?
hard ass.
Pelavar of the Patient Sphere.
Like Pelivar or Helivar?
Way
Pelivar.
off my spelling. Oh god.
Pelivar. Okay. Librarian Pelivar. It is so wonderful to meet you. I've heard many stories from Librarian Eric. He's told me much about you. About the way that you are one of the Bastion's most dedicated safeguards, and it's an honor, sir.
I believe the honor is all mine, young bookworm. It is not every day that one returns from their pilgrimage. Are these companions here to drop you off?
These are my companions on my journeys, and we're in the midst of a quest. And if it would be possible, I seek admittance, temporary admittance for my friends. They seek passage through the Bastion to the north. We're on a quest to defeat the Necromancer.
He begins just kind of stroking that large chin beard that he's got bundled together there. I'm not sure that I could advise this path of travel to hunt out the necromancer. I'm hesitant to just open the passage to this many all at once, truth be told. Tell you what.
Allow me to convince you if I may.
I'm
and she's
open to
gonna, like-
argument.
Sorry, what?
I'm open to argument.
She's gonna kind of step back and sort of gesture with her right hand to Yastrev. This fellow here is Yastrev, the well-read. He has conversed with me about many books, and I'm sure would be of great interest for conversation and for helping with the cataloging and for bringing his extensive knowledge on his own to the library and anyone who'd be willing to talk with him. Here I have the mighty Rayanne. Don't be put off by the smell. You get used to it. And she has great knowledge about fishing and currents, and I'm sure could inform that section of the library. I have my friend Bontu. He's big. I've got here Crow. She's very talented and knows much about the noble families. We've got Io. He's quite talented and resourceful and could prove a valuable resource on the recipes and foods available in the various regions that we've traversed. And, you know, but she's not here, but a very good friend of mine who's outside. She's very smart, but, you know, she's not here. But anyway, who am I missing? Yastrev, and then...
I'm writing a book.
Io?
Io.
I did say Io. I said he
She
knows
said
a lot
Io.
about recipes and the foods available in our region. And could inform on any of that section of the library. I think I have everyone. I think, unless I'm really sorry if I forgot you. But and you know they're very intelligent and trust me, I wouldn't have brought them if I didn't think that they were absolutely essential, not only to the mission, but could contribute something to the library as well. I've been taking extensive notes. I know that they've all been telling me all kinds of stories, and I've got all of those written here. And I've even got some pages from the aforementioned friend who didn't follow us in, but Sinica. She was around 100 years ago at the time the Empire fell, and I've got some records I liked from that she's contributed to me on her memories, and I'd like to contribute that to the library, and hopefully all the things that we're bringing, and she's going to kind of start pulling out the various scrolls that she's brought from her travels, will be added to the library, and that it's a token of goodwill for all my friends to be able to enter.
I see. I had no idea that I was among such esteemed company. My apologies for the curtness of my judgments.
Well,
Nevertheless,
as I
I'm
always say, best not judge until you've got all the information. Am I right, fellow librarian?
Perhaps I should send word ahead of your journey to let them know to expect a larger entourage?
We'd like to refer to ourselves as a party, but, you know, all equals here.
Have you a name or a moniker that you call yourselves?
Not one I'd like to repeat.
We're the boring company.
Bree was about to open her mouth.
We also go by Beast Teeth.
All right.
What about the squirrel?
What's this nonsense your friend's going on about? Hurting squirrels.
Hey, it's not nonsense.
It's a bit nonsense.
Okay.
You lied to me about it, so in that manner it is nonsense.
I didn't lie. The squirrels brought us here because the trees are sick and they think your tower has something to do with it.
My friend, this might be a subset of the reason why you are here at the Whisperwood, but I do not believe these squirrels are your cause for trekking into this wooded area.
Oh, no, you were just
It
passing
might be
by
the reason
and we
you are
thought
here
we'd
in the
help.
tower, I believe.
What?
But now that your reason to be tracking the necromancer is made clear, this makes more sense than your logic of going full force against an archmage for the sake of a squirrel.
Oh, no, this is more like a side quest.
I understand this now.
But do you happen to know why the trees are dying and sickly and why they have to have a voice singing to protect them from the sleeping ones?
As I'm sure a number of your compatriots might be able to inform you about the bonds of a warlock and their patron, there is a sort of sacrifice that is required. When one is normally one's life essence, when it can be altered to be the life of something much greater, it could be siphoned off a bit more slowly. I believe that something is channeling the life force and essence from this wood itself. Though as tremendously old and lived as this wood is, it's taking some time for it to devour through these memories. It is slowly consuming this wood, whatever it is, whatever the source of this. It will slowly cause the whole of this wood to wither and die. But I'm afraid I am not the source of this arcane misfeasance.
Do you know who is?
If I had to guess, I would believe it has to do something with the stone hollows further to the north. The squirrels seem to be particularly reserved about that area. It was once a burial grounds for some merchants many years back, the Empire. But recently, the squirrels have taken up some sort of ritual there. Ever since the woods themselves have begun almost whispering.
So you said that there's a price to pay for like a warlock. So do you think there might be maybe not nefarious, but a being sucking the life force from the trees?
I think so. Or at the very least, one could be making use of the life force of these trees like a spell component. In casting the spell, it is burning through them.
Are you aware of any sleeping ones? Does that sound familiar? Any creatures that are put to sleep by the songs of the Whisperwoods?
Let me see. Let me roll a die. Afraid no. This is... Have you encountered a number of comatose individuals? I might be able to awaken them.
We're just the squirrels are concerned that the songs are keeping things sleeping, and they are convinced that this person singing is saving them. But I wonder if the person singing is the one who's draining the life force, because the squirrels mentioned something as such. But if we could figure out what it is that's harming the forest that needs to be sleeping, then maybe we can solve the problem for the squirrels. The forest in general. It's not good if the forest is slowly dying.
Quite conundrum.
Quite a conundrum indeed. I was hoping coming here and talking to you would solve it all, but that did not. So now we'll have to...
Well, I only apologize for adding on to your list of problems. But perhaps there's a solution for all of us. Perhaps, well, it's not every day that such esteemed troop of adventurers such as yourselves finds their way this far into the Whisperwood. Perhaps if you and your boring company, young bookworm, wouldn't mind investigating the cause of this stone hollows a bit further, the source of this lullaby, and get down to the source of it. And if you can, save this wood, ideally, and if not, perhaps stop whatever is draining from it. Or at least, perhaps, just observing and coming back with more information to make a further judgment at a later time. This would give me the opportunity to send word ahead to the Bastion to let them know about your greater numbers, to tell them about those that you are traveling with.
I wanted to look at this anyways before we left, so I think this is very, very reasonable.
Yes, if you could also... Oh, yep, go on. Oops, sorry.
I understand this is entirely out of the ordinary to make a request off of a pilgrim who has recently returned from their own journey, but unique circumstances require unique solutions, you see. And I'm afraid that might be some time before another troop of adventurers comes this way again. By then, it may be too late.
Absolutely, I
would not-
understand completely. If you
Your robot, Evie, we cannot hear you.
We lost you. If you could.
She's gone. The bubble's taken her.
Oh no!
Release her, wizard.
It cast silence. I hit the
Helena.
wizard.
Helena.
Yeah.
Hello?
Oh.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello? I hear you.
Okay. Shikari's gonna respond to the wizard. I absolutely understand. If you could include a list of and she's gonna quickly jot down all of the things that they're bringing in terms of records and papers and books. She's bringing Senecus papers. She's bringing the scrolls that they've found at the various towers and stuff like that that belong to the Bastion. So returning those. And then all of the records on the notes from our journey. I know Yastrev has been keeping maps and stuff, so I want to make a list of the maps that we've drawn of the terrain between here and Westvale, so that they know these are like the records that we'll be bringing with us and stuff like that. And then I'll hand that to him and say, and these are all the documents we'll be bringing with us.
Cool.
I've seen one too many woods be corrupted by evil magic, so I would be happy to go and deal with whatever's corrupting the woods.
And the squirrels were so cute, we couldn't not help them. I mean, they tried to stab Bree in the eye, and look at how big she is and how small they are. They're really quite helpless, but they have the hearts of giants.
I did make a promise to Vora that we would talk to squirrels, and we've talked to squirrels, and they have a problem. We have to solve that because my little girl is going to be all kind of upset if I come back and said I didn't save the squirrels.
But your little girl is a giant.
She'll always be my little girl.
Do you happen? You said that you were familiar with the area of this singing person. The squirrels are really adamant that we do not interrupt the song. But other than them potentially being a warlock, have you dealt with singing creatures before? Maybe a little heads up on what we might potentially be walking into might be helpful.
Oh dear, no. I'm afraid I am far from any stretch of a bard or the like, or performer, musician. My talents, I'm afraid, lie elsewhere.
Maybe Bontu would be more familiar with singing of sucking life. Bontu, have you sucked the lives of people by singing song?
No, well, No.
You don't sound super confident.
Well, I mean, if you silvery barb something and it doesn't go their way and then they die, who's to say? Or a vicious mockery, you viciously mock somebody and they die. That happens.
Okay, but you haven't heard of like a song that leeches life from areas around you or yourself to potentially create something else? I guess more warlocky, maybe more than sing as yourself. You don't tend to kill people with your song, so I guess not.
I don't know. Have I?
That's up to you.
Well, I rolled a 15 Arcana.
So what does that mean?
Has Bontu, through his study with the elemental chaos people, heard of anything that saps life like that?
Let's see, with a 15, you're familiar with things like, I'd say, tags and curses and the like often require like a rhyme scheme to them, which is often uncomfortable for those cursed or affected by it. There are particular kind of arcane schools like bard magic that are influenced much more through harmonious sounds, but the sapping of a life force with the bard spells you have.
We're in the
gonna like.
I'm really good at walking into situations, having no idea what's going on, and attempting to make the best of it. So if this is just another situation like that, I guess we'll just continue and see what happens. It's not
Hey
that big
Ryan,
of a deal.
I have a
What's up?
question.
What's up?
We're in the like middle area before you get to the bastion where there's all those other books, right?
You are at the tower still, not
Right, but
having
like
crossed
you said,
the threshold yet.
okay, but you said there are books here.
Yeah, there are some books.
Could I do like, is there like a music section, and can I do kind of a check and see if I can, using my librarian skills, direct my way to find a book with the proper spells, maybe through an arcana check? Is that, if that works?
I'll tell you, the book you're looking for is not in this library.
Not in the whole
Book is in
library,
another
or not in
castle.
this part of the
They
library?
don't have this spell in their library, so it's not going to be in any of the libraries of the Bastion.
Okay, never mind then.
It's a different spell pool entirely from wizards or
We
sorcerers.
need a druid. We don't have any druids, do we? Nope.
Well, I mean, I do know that there's like, blight. Like blight is like a really powerful spell.
Bantu. There is something that you guys have encountered recently. The flame house's wick in a very similar kind of a fashion. Like it burns through the wick as its material source, the way that he is proffering that this spell is burning through the trees here. It's providing some sort of a protective ward over the entirety of the woods, the way that the wick provided that sort of bubble of barrier light protection.
For the Dryad. Is that the spot? Which spot?
The lighthouse.
The lighthouse.
Oh, that wick. Oh.
That wick.
Well, okay, so it could be that the forest is like the wick from like a candle, and it's like what's feeding the spell, and the singing could be like chanting, like you know how you have like verbal components of a spell where you have to say the magic words and you have to say it the right way, you know, it's Leviosa, not Leviosa, like you gotta say it right and you gotta do it over and over for really powerful spells. So like, you know, wizard call it ritual, you could call it like hag might call it, I don't know, summoning circle, something, you know, or like a chant or mantra or a melody or harmony. You know, you can do that to elicit magic.
Curious idea.
So,
I hadn't considered it under these formalities.
If it's some sort of protection, what are they protecting from, I wonder?
It's a curious question indeed.
It also could be a lie. Somebody could be lying to them.
This is true. I think we should go talk with the squirrel some more. And figure out who this singer is and see what these sleeping creatures are that the squirrels were so terrified of.
Okay, but you're gonna have to convince them that we dealt with this guy, because that was kind of the whole thing, is that we gotta deal with him, and then they'll take us to see the Nut Queen.
Well, that'll be perfectly reasonable, because this guy is not the problem, and we can tell them that he's not the problem, and if they have problems, then we'll be like, point us to the problem, because he's just a slippery guy, and I'm sure he would have a great time with the squirrels, and we could bring their friend out that was floating in the bubble and be like, look, we have your friend who was bubbleized, and now he's not. We've worked through our problems here, let's continue. Right? We have the squirrel that was bubbleized?
Yes.
Yeah, see? He's over there, quite chipper.
Well said.
She'll break off some of her rations and give it to that squirrel as well.
Happily scoops up those rations and devours them hungrily.
It's possible. I don't know a whole lot about magic, but something similar happened on my island of Matanui. The heart was actually a ward for a fissure that was caused by moonfall. And upon removal of the heart, as it was getting corrupted, so the heart had to be removed in order to save the spirit of Matanui. The removal of that caused the rift to open up and evil to spill out. So it's quite possible that what's happening here is from the time of the terror, and a bargain was struck in order to protect the forest, and it had to keep going, even though that the terror is no longer a threat.
I wouldn't say it's no longer a threat, but it is not here anymore.
Yeah,
Not specifically here. But no, I hear what you're saying, and that is a really good point. That potentially it was something that was absolutely necessary, and they don't know how to stop it now that it's been so long.
I just think of generation of priest or priestess squirrels having to sing this song for generations upon generations to keep the forest safe, but in doing so, the corruption is deep within the forest to begin with.
I'm getting excited. I think we should go back and talk to the squirrels. It's been a really good pleasure, Mr. I forgot your name already.
Oh, he stepped away to get some tea.
Oh, good. He stepped away to get some tea. Perfect. It's been quite a pleasure, Mr. T-Man. Pelamar of the Patient. Mr. Pelamar. Oh, good. I'm glad he's patient. Good God, what chaos this could have been. Speaking of tea, I really do wish we could have maybe a cup of tea before we go, because I think that would be really quite nice. Seeing that our journey has been long thus far, and the last cup of tea didn't quite quench everyone's thirsts. It won't be as good as Eo's, though.
Well, mistress, I would be more than happy to make some tea, but unfortunately the things are out in the wagon, and can we get out?
Not sure. Can we leave whenever we want? Is that Shikari? Can we leave whenever we want?
Yeah, the guy even told us to go. Like,
okay,
he wants us to.
Yeah, please leave.
I can answer in character. Yes, let's go, and then he's going to let us know whether our entry has been approved. But in the meantime, he suggests we go out and try and help the squirrel friends. And I think it's important we explain that the librarians have nothing to do with whatever's happening in the forest, and that we're happy to help, in fact. And then maybe they won't feel so badly about the wizard in the tower.
Maybe they could actually become friends with the librarians, and I think that would be really quite fantastic. But I think
that would
we
be
share
lovely.
a cup of tea with the squirrels and explain everything that happened.
I hope that works out that way. I hope if we can be of help, that means that they'll have better relations going forward, because hopefully this guardian will be here for a while looking over this tower. Usually it's death that parts them from their duty, so let's hope he's here for a long while, and it would be good if he didn't have to deal with the squirrels, thinking he's an enemy and all that. Interesting theories on how we can defeat them. I think definitely we should go discuss with the squirrels, see what they think.
And with that, Crow will turn on her heels and head out the door.
Just to be
It's not
sure,
Eo,
Chikari, your cool acorn helmet doesn't actually let you talk to animals, it just makes them friendly.
Yeah, and actually, I don't know if I did this last session, but I've been meaning to hand that off to Seneca because she makes better use of it in general. So, I mean, if I still have it when we get outside and we rejoin her and tell her what's all up, I'm gonna hand it to her and say, "This is better suited to you than it was to me."
There is a caveat: you have to let Vora use it whenever you're in town.
Oh yeah, that's a rider. It's grandfathered in as part of the ownership of the helmet.
It's like a warranty that passes with the item.
She has first lane position.
Well, thank you. I'll make sure that no harm comes to it. I'm sure she'd be upset if it got destroyed or broken.
Well, I mean, it does give you, I think, half damage on a fall. So if it comes down to it, hopefully the helmet's the one taking the damage and not you. But yeah, ideally, yeah, take good care of it. Thank you thanks for accepting it. I appreciate you putting it to good use in the future.
by the way, info dump. You weren't there, so we
The
talked to you about
squirrels
everything.
scampers up, curious to know about how the parlay went. If he's plotting lightning at us, we must know. If he's blowing our voices into bubbles, we must know. If he's making the wind dizzy, we must know.
I'm having tea with the squirrels to explain them because Crow needed a break and she needed some tea.
So then he's been dealt with?
Well,
There's no need to. Sorry, are you going to explain? Go.
Yeah, I mean, it's your tower. I think it's appropriate that you explain the tower. I love that.
So there's no need to deal with the wizard. In fact, he encouraged us to come and help you. He's a member of actually my order. He's safeguarding the tower and the library that lies beyond. But he's not doing anything to the forest. He's not casting any spells or doing anything that would disturb the life of the forest. Whatever's happening, he's not the source. And he encouraged me as a member of a fellow order to come and help you all, along with all of my very good friends. And I think that we can all figure it out together, whatever the blight is. And we can get it solved, and hopefully then maybe perhaps you and the warden of the tower can be on better terms.
Tell him to keep his
You got your
sky
friend.
orbs closer to his lair.
The sky
Well,
orbs?
he-
Chloe,
The
they're
sky
bubbles.
orbs.
Are there any bubbles floating around them right now? Can I try and
There
pop
is-
one to show them?
Hundreds in this area.
To pop
Floating all
one.
around like a kid's nightmare. Pops, that initial sound causes all the squirrels to just like a cat hearing a sound. Just like all their hair stands up on end, they recoil a little bit, and they're just on edge. And just frozen for a moment.
No, you
Oh.
see, these bubbles are actually really helpful for you guys
Crow.
to practice.
He performs his sky magic without permission, conjures
Crow.
booms and pops and meddles with the winds.
That's the thunder on a clear day.
We cannot evict him. He's too curious, too strange, and too tall.
Well, as vertically challenged myself, while I agree that the taller folk can be a little alarming, I think that there's some good to be had. For example, my friend Bontu here can reach anything for me I need on the top shelf. It's quite a feat, and I don't have to climb. Although I see for you
Onto his
climbing is not
feet.
a problem.
And if I can't reach it, my friend EO can levitate me up to get it.
And he's gonna point at the shortly EO.
And EO takes the direction and immediately casts levitate on you.
Oh!
As Bontu starts drifting upwards, the squirrel that emerged with the party from inside of the tower speaks out. If he's a keeper of knowledge, if he's been reading all those books, why does he still have so many of them?
So that the knowledge can be shared. That's one of the tenets of my order, not just to safeguard knowledge, but to share it.
There's a brief discussion, a bunch of chittering going back and forth from the squirrel who was inside of the tower to the squirrels who were outside the tower. As everyone's filling Seneca in on what happened inside, the squirrel is filling the squirrels in on what happened inside to let all the details get expressed. And there's a little bit of confusion that goes in the squirrels. Some of them run off, some come back, some don't come back. Others gather with kind of curious expressions, getting a little bit more comfortable and observable to the eyes rather than being as sneaky, trying to crane their necks to get a better looks at the party who has rescued one of their own from within this arcane sorcerer's tower.
As this
So
is
they're
happening,
getting a little
Crow is
less-
Going to... No, you go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna make a dumb joke. I was gonna say so they're getting a little less squirrely. Anyway, go on.
Hey!
That's nuts.
Yeah, oh, jeepers.
Oh, gosh.
Squirrels, do, squirrels.
I was just
Squirrels
gonna
can
say
what?
Crow's gonna sit down and Eo's gonna have the tea ready by the time she sits and have it like in her hand, and she'll happily begin sipping with her pinky up, watching the chaos ensue as the communication tries to get revealed. So then shall you take us to your singer and we can see what to make of this next area?
Very well then. We can take you. As he just takes off, continuing his kind of squirrely directions of not maintaining just a straight line, but continuing to veer this way and then that way before turning back around and cutting across that way, cutting across a number of the treetops. And you guys are going to have to work to catch pace with them.
Yeah, I was quite unready, and she's gonna take another sip of her tea and then look for Eo. Be like, Eo, we must get going quite quickly.
Yes, we need to.
Yes, mistress.
As we're sort of running to keep up with the squirrel, Shikari's gonna try and be keeping up with Bantu, which is not gonna be easy. But she's gonna ask him. She's gonna say, Bantu, it was an interesting idea you had. That maybe the squirrels have been lied to. What do you think of perhaps what if we told the squirrel that sings the song to just stop singing? What do you think would happen? And then maybe we could fight whatever happens, or maybe nothing will happen.
Well,
would that be a disaster?
I don't know, because see, here, in my experience, people in power don't want to give up that power, so they might just gonna tell us to fuck off, or be like, hey, squirrels, these guys are trying to hurt me, and then all the squirrels attack us.
Oh, so you think that they'd lie in order to keep their jobs?
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah, that would happen every time. Never fail. I bet if you asked the head of your library to give up their power, they would tell you to go fuck off.
If it was for the betterment of knowledge and spreading it and safeguarding it, then I think they would.
I'd put it to the test.
Well, we're all about logic in the order. If everyone in the order went by your logic, for example, wouldn't I have killed the squirrel in order to get into the tower?
No, see, I think you actually believe in what you preach. Not everyone does.
Well, I've heard stories about this particular librarian. He's quite a stickler. If anyone's going to follow the rules, it would be him.
He did still hurt the squirrel.
I'm back.
Good point.
What happened?
We're debating if people with power will leave their positions if for the greater good, or if they'll hang on to their power. I'm really watching.
Yeah,
Shikari
was
walking behind Shikari and Bantu.
Shikari was asking Bantu if he really did think that the squirrels had just been lied to, and that if we asked the singer to just stop singing, if like maybe nothing would happen, or if that would be a terrible idea. And then he makes the point, I think that they would probably get pissed and retaliate, because who would give up power, and they have the power of this, singing this song and whatever, and it makes them important. And I'm like, I would like to think for the best. And then we had a little bit of a debate about the altruism about librarians. So there we go.
And then Bantu may have made the point that that librarian did still hurt that fucking squirrel.
I say we trust but verify.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I mean, we could go talk for sure, but just don't be surprised, is all I'm saying. I just have a cynical outlook of people in power is what I'm trying to say.
That's my secret, Cap. I'm always surprised.
we shouldn't expect everyone to do what's best for the collective or whatever. However, that's if we even decide to ask the singer to stop singing. That was just kind of an off the wall idea I wanted to entertain for a second, in case anybody else was feeling similarly.
Wait,
There's
so we
some form of corruption here, and I want to figure out what it is.
It's not crazy.
I want to go to Rave Island. Figure out what's going on there.
Singer then rave.
This is my new character from Rave Island. His name is Boots and Cats.
Oh my god.
Okay, we're gonna go see the singer, and then we can go to the rave.
Yeah.
Things.
As the party continues to follow Bramblewisk, the tree line gets a little thinner, and you can start to make out the salt-bitten wind rolling off of the Rotmere Channel. As a head perched on a shelf of dark stone lies a handful of buildings that looks to make up the hamlet of Scaleside, with a number of weather-worn cottages huddled close together like they're sharing warmth, with each roof patched with driftwood shingles and nets drying in the breeze. A crooked pier stretches out into gray, restless water, and the sea foam clawing at its supports, as beyond it smoke curls from a stone smoker built into the cliffside, and the distant bark of gulls echoes over the rocks. It's small but not lifeless.
Oh my god.
You can spot lantern light
It's a port
in the
city.
windowsill,
Oh my god.
the swing of a rope-hung sign, and the faint scent of fish stew drifting on the wind. After miles of coastline and danger, Scaleside feels like the first pocket of human warmth in a long while. Though something about this place keeps watchful eyes on the waves, as if waiting for them to misbehave.
Oh my god.
We're leaving this spot, right? We're just walking by this town.
No, we're not.
You guys are passing through the woods close enough that you can make out Scaleside nearby.
Is
Is
this
it-
scale side we're looking at?
This is Scaleside you're looking at.
Oh, nice.
And that's where the actual thing.
This is where we were headed originally.
This is the town nearby the gravesite that you're headed.
Did we go through the portal?
No.
No.
We were following the squirrels to the singer.
Northward.
That happened. This is along the way.
Okay, so
Stone Hollow.
So that tower we went to wasn't one of the wizard towers with the teleport in it, right?
Yes, it is. But he
It
didn't
is.
let us go through.
Well, he
Not
did
yet.
that. We were gonna look into the singer first.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, I'm just
Not-
kidding.
not let us, it was just-
Sorry, I had to
He
go.
And the
heavily
reason-
discouraged, but yes.
And then the reason we want to go to Scaleside is because we want to look at the noble graves and cemetery to look for more clues about the necromancer, right?
Correct.
Yep.
Did we
Yeah.
get those noble names?
We had them.
We got some of them. They're written down somewhere, I hope.
Hold on, I'm scrolling my notes.
Ryan, can I, since I was doing that stuff, can I make a history check on those noble names to see if I
Oh.
recognize any of them?
There's no new information about them. Like, nobody has asked about them since you were gone.
Okay.
What we have is what the party already had.
My notes need some revamping because I've got all of them, and then I got Aussie fish. I'm like, wait, that's in the middle.
But you guys could get engaged here. Right, that's the engagement.
Aussie fish
Right?
is very important.
Am I forgetting?
Near the house of Arinthus. Arinthus?
House of Arinthus.
That's horrendous.
They're near Scaleside. So that's the one we're going to be going to. It's like, I had this, I promise. I just had to find. Just had to get past the Aussie fish that's in between them all for some reason.
I'm just excited for a bed.
For bed. Oh, are we gonna stay at the inn? I don't know if the squirrels are gonna like that too much. And then she's gonna look over to Rian and how excited Rian is. Oh, well, we could probably stay a day.
It is just a day, just exchange, hooks and everything. It is just, it reminds me so much of home, and it is getting dark. Is it getting dark? At what time of day is it?
It is
no
later
matter-
in the day now.
Well, no matter what point in the day it is, it's always getting dark at some point.
And we do need supplies, and Scalehaven is right there on the sea.
Scaleside.
Scale
Yeah,
side,
no,
yes.
and I think it would be really fun to see the sea. You seem really, yes. I think we should. EO, do you think there's a tavern here that we could probably get refuge for the night? And we'll tell the squirrels that we will continue in the morning, first light, and we can spend the evening here, and re up on our supplies and.
Of course, mistress. We could absolutely. I can search the town and find us reservations.
Oh, that would be quite lovely. And then we could just take the evening. It has been quite a. Are we on the this is the outskirts of the Whisperwood? Do they have to be quiet here in the town? She's now looking at the squirrels. Are the squirrels still there? Do they scatter?
I mean, the squirrels that have been traveling with you, what's his name, is still with you. Bramblewisp, still with you. Yeah.
But Bramberwisp, does this affect your sleepy boys?
What do you mean by sleepy boys? The
You
squirrels?
said that there's the things that we cannot wake up, that we have to make sure we're quiet. I would still.
But they are not my boys that are sleeping.
They're not your boys. Okay.
Sorry, I'm confused. What information is it that you're trying to ascertain about my sleepy boys?
I'm curious of the town's effect on how quiet the Whisperwoods have to be. Does it affect it at all? Is there more activity in the forests lining the town due to how loud the town is in nature?
Well, the town has cut down a number of their wood trees that were grown about the shore, which is why some of the fungal plants have been able to fester within the Whisperwood. But the lumberjacks are going to keep on lumberjacking despite our best efforts, and so we are where we are. It is not the fungus that is making the sleepy boys, though. It is not the lumberjacks that is making the sleepy boys. It is near the stone hollow where you need to be particularly quiet. You do not wish to wake the dead.
It is where, I'm sorry, I mean, you said near the temple?
Lots of tall folk seem to have captured a number of dead tall folk inside of stone cages. All of these stone hollows have then been gathered up in one centralized location. I don't know why. Perhaps some sort of a dark ritual by wizards of old.
Yes, this would definitely be of concern. I definitely think we should look at that first thing in the morning, because you never want to go to a stone hollow at nighttime. That's when the sleep like to rise more.
Every squirrel knows that. Very well then. You wish to make an attack upon the town first.
No, we wish to sleep upon the town because we were quite exhausted from our journeys. Before we met you, we were traveling before that, and it is nice to have a bed of our own. Maybe perhaps someone else cooking the food. EO deserves a break every now and then.
Are you in need of reinforcements against the town and their number of lumberjacks and ferocious cooks?
No. I think we will remain neutral for the evening. However, if anyone does start to attack me, I will let you know, and I expect your full force to come forward to protect me.
I told you I will not help you, but I will not hinder them from their endeavors. If you choose to make your way into Scaleside, then it is the tall folk that will be the fate of you.
I love this squirrel. I want to carry him in my pocket everywhere.
I wouldn't trust one of them as far as I could throw them.
I'm not
Which is quite
sure
far.
you throw them. Different reactions.
So
Well,
we're
perhaps with that levitation, I could throw them even further. Somebody said, "Well, wait."
Well, you stay here for the evening. You guys find some trees to hunker down in. We will face this village on our own, and in the morning, when the sun first peaks, we will meet you back right here in this exact spot. And she's gonna mark an X on the ground right there. And we will, as soon as the sun comes up, we'll be here. We'll be ready to go and meet your singer of the woods, if that's quite all right with you.
Very well. Then I will acquiesce from real presence, and we will reconvene on the morrow. Till then, keep your wits about you. Don't trust the tall folk for a second.
I never do.
They cage their own, you know. Like him with the pink fur.
Ominous.
I think he's talking about jail. Some tall folk deserve to be caged, but not all of them.
Why is that?
If they did something really, really bad to another tall folk, they usually get put in the cage.
Why would they wish harm?
Greed. Like, say, for instance, one squirrel took too many nuts from another squirrel because they wanted them for themselves. Well, that's just not nice. And so the not nice one got put in the cage.
Well, no, that's why the queen has to ration it, because the vaults have been closed early for the winter, but it's okay. There's going to be enough for everyone to survive.
And what
Once
if
this-
a squirrel, one of your kin, took from the stores more than they were allotted?
Oh, they would never wish harm, because they would know that taking from the stores would cost another squirrel their rations.
See? That's how it should be with the
What
tall folk.
if they
But some
didn't
tall folk are
care?
jerks.
I don't understand. What do you mean? Why would they not care?
What if they didn't care if the other squirrel died?
Do you not care what happens to your friends if they die?
I do, but not all tall folk do. That's kind of
Do
the
all of your
problem.
tall? Do all of you care what happens to all of you if you all die?
A lot of us do.
Yeah.
Not everyone, though.
Ah, which ones do you not care about?
The sleepy ones.
Huh? Arr?
She'll whisper to Bantu, the undead.
Oh.
And the ones that live in the sky. I don't like them very much either.
Sky pirates?
Yeah, I don't like them.
So, bar?
Oh, Bantu's starting early. Okay, we're going to the pub.
As soon as Crow confirmed with the squirrels, hey, we'll meet in the morning, Rian just not books it, but heads straight towards the village. She's so fucking excited about this.
Old Lady
she'll
Tower
have-
Walk.
It
Yeah.
explains why Rienne was the first to hear this voice as she
sorry.
begins approaching. This, well.
No,
Look the cat wagon.
no.
As you see.
What is that?
Oh,
What
backstory?
was that?
No.
Oh, finally caught up. Rin Mini Dim. Still showing up late to everything I do first.
What the fuck?
As he gestures towards himself proudly, where he is dangling in a smaller than human sized cage here off of the end of one of these houses of Scaleside.
He's in the
Very
cage.
Mad Mardigan style. He's in the
my
cage.
God, I love
He's the
Mad
pink
Mardigan.
furred human. Pink furred folk.
Oh my god.
Wait. What are you doing here? More importantly,
Doesn't matter where I am. Doesn't matter if I'm locked up or halfway across the round. I'm still 3 steps ahead of you.
Okay, well,
Tell you what, since I'm clearly indisposed, how about you make this fair? Duel me, right here, right now. Taps on the bars. Your choice, fists through the bars, or a contest of actual skill?
is
Are
there
you
a
afraid of
rock?
losing in front of your little friends as the rest of the party begins coming into earshot?
Oh, Rian, does he want to wrestle?
Is there a rock near Rienne's feet?
Yeah.
No, actually, no. In most cultures, especially in the Middle East, it is an insult to throw a shoe at someone. That's what's going to happen with Rienne, and that's what the village believes. So Rienne is going to take off her shoe and just chuck it at his face.
Is this the guy that showed up in the tavern in Westvale?
No.
Definitely not. That guy rhymed.
I have no idea who this is.
This guy doesn't rhyme.
No, this is. Did the shoe hit his face?
Roll me an attack.
Oh fuck yeah! Would it be unarmed? What would I roll?
An unarmed strike with an improvised whip.
All right. Oh fuck! 25.
Shoe hits the cage.
Does it hit him?
The shoe hits the cage. Like it wraps his knuckles that are sticking outside of the cage for a point of damage.
Yeah.
Still doing that thing where you vanish in a crowd, Dim, where everyone forgets you were even standing right next to him. Bars.
Bantu laughs and then feels bad about laughing.
This voice of his is killing me.
I do love it. Did he always sound like this? I don't think he sounded like this.
Like the one other time that you've encountered him, he was very snobbish. Very.
Oh, he was when we. Okay, he was at the farm.
He was there where Rienne chose her starting Pokemon.
Yep.
Okay.
What?
Thank you. I completely blanked that you talked to the professor.
Bree has not encountered this guy yet.
I have not. Why is he in the cage? Why'd you throw a shoe at him?
Because he is nothing but trouble and shall spit in his direction.
I mean, true. Who
Never
throws
had
a
it.
shoe? Honestly.
Didn't he give us the help with the potions, the acid bombs?
No, he didn't. And if I remember correctly, you're supposed to be looking for the dragon along with me. Or, you know, you're supposed to be leagues ahead, and yet you're in a cage. How about you helping the village if you are in a cage right now?
I'm training.
Training for what? Sitting in a
Training my
cage.
mind, Richie Dim. Silly little Dim. Always so dim-minded. You know, it's not just physical strength that makes somebody a hero. Ran.
If you're talking about smarts, I think that you're in very short supply of that one. Because you're the one who is in the cage, and I am the one who is outside of the cage.
Why did you get thrown in the cage?
A simple misunderstanding.
Okay, explain the misunderstanding.
I'm sorry, who is your friend here? What authority do they have in the town of Scampi?
We're just passing through, and then we happen to smell shit, and now we're here. Looking at you.
Very well. Boy, could you get me some water? I find myself.
The fuck did you call me?
Bantu's gonna reach through the fucking bars and put hands on this guy.
Bantu, no, don't do it. Even though he is, don't get me wrong, I do want to punch the absolute lights out of him. He is unfortunately useful to the time being, and he is a part of my village, so we can't hurt him yet.
I just realized I have a spell to waterboard somebody, and he's stuck in a cage. So, if we need to just get him to shut up, I can do that.
Bantu's gonna like
yeah,
back
the
off. He's
clever
gonna he'll
solution
calm
is
down.
probably the most obvious one.
Bantu's
How
gonna look at Rian and say,
Only because you've thrown me twice will I stop. I'm leaving now.
and he's gonna flip this guy off, and he's gonna walk away.
Smell you later, boy.
I want to kill him. I want to hurt him badly. I truly do. Why are you in the cage?
A simple misunderstanding, as I told your simpler-minded friend. There's just a bit of a misunderstanding between myself and the local authorities as far as what weapons require registration upon entering the local tavern.
We have to register.
Apparently. I mean, you don't have to register, but then I think you'll be occupying one of the cells next to me.
Where
what?
do
Forget talking to any guards. Here's your challenge. He nods towards an elderly woman that's maybe 75 feet away repairing the knots in one of the nets that she's working on. Go up to that woman and make her remember you. A name, a joke, a sentence, anything. She just grins. Make one stranger look you in the eye and say your name back to you. Then I'll believe you've actually grown since the village.
what
Let's call an
why would I-
asshole.
Why would
What's the matter,
I
Dim? You can beat monsters, but can you beat a conversation?
Okay, a couple of things. Okay, first of all. Second of all, why would I try to impress you? You're the one in the cage.
That's right. You have nothing to prove. You know who you are. All I'm asking you to do is just prove you exist. I understand if that's too complicated for some individuals. I didn't mean to push you out of your comfort zone. My apologies, Leanne.
And Rian will
At this point, EO
walk
steps
towards
up.
the old woman.
Oh, EO.
So as Rian walks away towards the old woman, EO steps up close to the cage and says, "Excuse me. I must say, you might quite possibly be the rudest man I've ever met.
Well,
And
thank you.
I think I can help you with that. And I want to cast suggestion on him."
All right. And what are you suggesting?
I'm going to suggest that he do something truly memorable in the most embarrassing way possible.
Oh.
All right. I'm assuming it's a wisdom save?
Yes.
All right.
Sorry, here. Let me cast it for you.
Well, that's going to be a total of 8 on his wisdom save. And then, if you wouldn't mind, I might need some assistance on this one. Because the
Sure.
most embarrassing thing I could think for him to do is just more or less like pulling his pants down. But that's not really going to get us very far. So I was curious what ideas you might have had in mind as the caster of this suggestion to maybe flaunt into him.
I mean,
What sorts of
I think that since
ideas?
they grew up in the same village, this guy probably at one point had a crush on Rian, and since it wasn't reciprocated, he's just been an ass ever since. And I think that, I think getting naked in the cage in front of everyone is certainly going to be a part of this. But I think he's going to try to get Rian's attention and like confess his love and get like really over the top, emotional when she turns him down again.
Love it.
If she turns him down. Well,
Oh,
So-
that's
She
true.
will.
It's
She'll
also
Brienne-
very embarrassing.
With Rienne's back turned to the cage as Io steps up to it, Rienne begins approaching this elderly woman, and from somewhere behind her, Hala's voice just starts echoing out a little bit louder and a little bit louder, just continuing to try and get your attention. Like he's fascinated. He's hoping you to be fascinated by him. And it keeps getting a little bit louder, like he's trying to just butt into the conversation to get you to turn his direction, kind of a thing. More annoying than anything else, but everyone closer to the cage can hear all the nonsensities that he is talking about that Rienne might not hear at the distance. How he's like professing his love, confessing to feelings that he was never comfortable admitting to until he had this spell that allowed him to profess more honestly about his feelings and to speak much more openly. On and on. He's just going word vomiting his love and profession over Rienne.
And Rienne is by this old woman, right? Or is still
I'm assuming there was like you crossed by Io as you were walking away and he was walking up to the cage. You having no idea he was intending to cast a spell on the guy, were intending on going to talk to the woman, and we'll discover the state of the guy the next time you turn around, kind of a thing.
I had something
I also
to add before
envision-
she turns around,
Go on.
if you'll allow it.
What's that?
So, upon hearing this guy confess all these feelings towards Rian, I mean, she saw that Io did something, obviously, but it maybe hit a nerve that Crow wasn't super proud of it hitting, and she would like to reach out and perhaps shocking grasp the cage, maybe just give him a good little shock
Love it.
as well.
But one thing I was gonna say is I envision him like as he's failing to get Rienne's attention, he just screams her name louder and louder. Because I also think this is going to be a way for everyone in town to remember Rienne.
Perfect.
Which I love, but Crow's not excited about this guy yelling his confessions to Rian. So she's gonna well, it's only on the cage, so maybe just a little bit of a shock towards him. It doesn't have to be much. But 11.
You're able to shock that cage with him inside of it, making full contact on it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shocking realization. Rienne, how would you like to approach this elderly woman repairing the nets?
Well, she's already frustrated. Like he pushed her buttons, and she had to deal with him again. She wasn't expecting to. She was expecting him to not be here, and then he's just been screaming her name all throughout. So she's agitated, and she'll. Oh my god. So she will come on a bit strongly with just this really forced smile. Hello, to this old woman, because she's frustrated. She's aggravated. Hello, hi. My name is Rienne. Do you need any help with your net?
She takes a moment before pausing in her work and slowly setting it down in her lap, just a couple of inches from where she was repairing the netting. And her gaze slowly turns from her project up to you. They kind of linger around your feet for a moment before slowly making their way up. Oh, hello there, dear. I don't recall seeing your face around Scaleside before. Are you looking for a net?
No, I'm offering to help you with your net in case you do need any help. And this is my first time here, so it makes sense that you haven't heard of me or seen me.
Sorry, dear, if we've met before. My memory's just not what it used to be. I'm Grand Tallow. What did you say your name was again?
My name is Rien. Rien Dimiti. You know, and I'm just wondering if you need any help with your net.
Oh, my net. Yeah. There's been a few holes that got worked into the fishermen's nets. But ever since the boys took to their boats to go investigate the lights across the Rockmere, it's just been a little old Gran keeping this place under wraps. Whew. Gosh, there's a few more nets that I've got. How long do you have?
Oh, you know, until nightfall. I mean, my friends and I have to leave in the morning, but I can sure help you. You know, it is my duty from where I'm from to help someone as wise as you.
Oh, sure. As she takes this bundle of nets that she set into her lap and offers them up towards you, and then in her offhand reaches down and produces another pair of kind of tools, like similar to the hooks and wire that she's been using to sew this back together. And she offers that in your direction as well. There should be plenty of room here. If you wouldn't mind sitting next to me, we should be able to whittle through these things in no time.
Yes, no problem. Has he stopped yet? Is he still screaming her name?
In the background, there's still all the constant shouts. You can hear what sounds like a 5-verse poetry maybe being called out, and there's some shocking sounds happening. That's probably just more of nonsense.
I mean, it can
Probably
last up
trying
to
to
8
distract.
hours.
So I assume he's going all the while in the background.
Yep.
My sweet, I love the smell of your feet.
All my buddies left me. I'm over here watching the show by myself.
Yep. She's really she'd normally be less angry, less aggressively fixing the net if it wasn't for this guy just yelling her name, who I did forget his name and how I say it, but we'll figure it out later.
So she seems to be helping this old woman for like a little bit of time, right?
Yeah.
Crow's gonna go over and sit next to her and like kind of like Crow's really bad at making nets, but she's gonna like straighten out the line or something like that she's weaving. She's gonna attempt to help and just kind of sit next to her in between her and horror.
Oh no. Another communal stroke.
There's some significance to his name that I forgot.
I feel like you have to
Maybe
say
he
it with,
should
like,
do
a really
something to be
thick
memorable.
lisp.
Oh, he already is.
Murdy.
He is right now. He was suggested it. He's open to suggestions.
Well, since I'm the last one here and nobody else is getting joy from this guy say anything at the moment, I'm going to cast Beckon Earth to cause his entire face to be covered in sand. So while he's talking and breathing, he's getting sand in his throat.
Beckon Earth?
Yeah.
I love the
It's
torture that's happening.
it's elementalism. It's a druid cantrip.
So you're sandboarding him.
Yep. Just make his vocal
I mean,
cords a
I've
little
just
bit more scratchy.
embarrassed him, but
I love this. I love this new level. I think this was an appropriate level to take.
Bree,
So
describe what
yes.
it looks like as you cast this elementalism.
In this particular case, it's going to appear as a sandy cloud, vaguely in the shape of Rien, that is holding up a finger and wagging it no, and then it hits him in the face and covers him with sand.
Sand continues showering down as the tree line behind, visible to anybody that's looking back towards the forest. The tree line seems to just droop ever so slightly.
Does shit.
What?
What that means, but I'm very focused on string and I'm not looking over there. So who's looking
Trees
at
are
the
so
forest?
full of squirrels now.
There's so many. all the squirrels.
They're
That's
waiting
what
down
I'm
the
gonna
trees.
take out of this.
Sand
Chill
begins
runs
falling.
down his spine.
Leon! They're not going to stop me! I'm full of one wish! That you love me like a fish!
Tell me again how you caught that fish, old woman.
Oh, it wasn't me, but my son Davy, who was out a few weeks back, and he was only intending to be gone for a few minutes to whip up some dinner to catch something for the evening. And she just continues elaborating all sorts of details about this story, like she's happy to have the company. And she's drawing out all sorts of tangents that she begins opening up and then never closing where she was going with that original thread. It just keeps on going into another story that steps into another story and to another story, and she just keeps on talking. So tell me, what brings you around this hillside? I can't say I recall the last visitors were merchants traveling through here.
We're currently trying to get rid of some a necromancer who's messing with graveyards and stuff, and we're helping. She was about to say we're helping Squirrel save the forest, but she's going to stop herself there. And yes, and I mean, I'm back from my village. I'm from my village, and we are and I'm trying to chase a dragon that that kidnapped my brother, and I'm trying to get back at that dragon. Why won't he stop yelling?
I see. Well, you should know the woods might have let you through this far, but you should be careful if you're going to go back out in them. You know, the waters aren't the only things that are perilous around here. There's all sorts of creatures stirring about in the woods. From wolves to vermin to all kinds of nightmares. Gotta watch out for goblins and rats and spiders. You never know what you might run into out there. You probably shouldn't be traveling all by yourself, you know. It's dangerous for a little girl your age to be walking about in the woods all by her lonesome. You know, when my son gets back from his fishing trip, I'm sure he'd be happy to escort you back to whatever town you were coming from.
I think she'll need an escort, actually. She's quite all right.
And I'm traveling with friends. You know, I'm not traveling alone.
Oh, that's nice. And who are your friends?
One of them.
To put her hand out.
This is Crow. One of my one of the people that I'm traveling with. She's a leader, and she carries her own rations.
They do.
Oh, that's a wonderful name. I knew a bird that was called Crow once.
I know
I
you
bet they
told
were
that.
beautiful.
It flew away. I'm not sure what became of it. But as birds are wont to do, I suppose.
Yes. Are
Oh,
we?
dear, my heavens, I am terribly sorry. I didn't realize we had a whole nother set of hands that could be helping as she offloads another bundle of nets over to Rian and Crow to both help her with.
Oh, yes, I'm really, yeah, I can.
No,
She'll kind of
that's
look to
no.
Rian and then look to the bundle and look to Rian and be like, oh, yeah, I can do this, and she's gonna royally fuck it up, but she's gonna try her best.
Roll me a
Before.
sleight of hands check
Oh no.
with advantage if
Oh, thank God.
any would like to assist.
Oh no.
That's not much better.
You're
She's-
going through and repairing these
Wait,
nets for the first
hold on.
time.
Can I do a performance to see how diligently I look like I'm doing, even though I'm not doing well?
Absolutely.
Great. Perfect.
Like
I mean,
shit.
No.
your
Doesn't even look
face
like I'm doing
keeps
well.
making expressions every time you notice that you're screwing up. And you know for sure Rian catches every one of those expressions. But the older woman doesn't seem to pay much mind of them.
Look,
On just going in her instruction, whether or not you are up to the step that she is at or not. She just continues speaking out loud what she's doing. And then you bring this over here and then
Over.
cross it like a rabbit going down
cross
the
it.
hole.
There's a
But then
rabbit.
fox
When did the rabbit
comes
get
around the loop and you
Well,
just
there's a fox.
spindle them right there. And
Okay,
there's nothing to it. And then you just
Wait, right
do that
there?
again,
No,
just another
no.
few hundred times. And you've got
Wait,
a
I
net.
think I lost the rabbit. There was a rabbit and it went around what hole there? I didn't see a hole.
Oh, oh dear, what have you done there?
You Crow, I can do this. I'm not saying that you're bad at this, but you know, you I can
It's okay, and she's gonna shove the bundle onto Rian's lap. I just, I don't want to be wrong, and then the fish get away or anything. And I got really confused because there's a bunny, and I think the bunny ran away because it was not there. There was no bunny for me to be able to follow. There may have been a tree, but I think it may have been more of a string. And I'm not quite. And then, I'm here to. Do you need any tea? I can get Io to get us some tea. I think that would be a really great idea. I'll be right back with some beverage. You guys both look very parched, and you look like you could probably use some tea. And she's gonna get up and walk away.
Yeah, she walks away to make some tea.
Make Io make tea.
Rian, go ahead and roll me a persuasion check with advantage for Crow's assistance on this.
No!
To see if this old woman remembers your name at the end of this conversation.
No!
That's our numbers. Way to go, in.
As the sun gets a little bit lower and we're about like maybe an hour and a half out from its setting for the evening, she sets down her own repair work of the nets and looks over at you and offers a warm, comforting smile and says, "Oh, well, that's just lovely, dear. I didn't want to say anything to hurt your friend's feelings, but I feel like a whole school of fish might swim through the holes that she's been weaving. Rian, dear, it's been a treat. The pleasure has been all of mine, and I cannot express to you just how incredibly grateful I am to have the help on preparing all these nets. You're welcome to spend the evening in my cabin if you haven't already shelter elsewhere here in Scaleside. I'm sure many of the folk will be back by morning from the Isle, and They'd be just as interested in me in finding out all about your adventures and your friends.
Yay!
Challenge succeeded.
A stranger.
With a -3, you got 11.
I did it. Oh, you know what? Thank you so much. You know, are the notes still? Do they still have holes in them?
Crow's net is going to need a little bit more work, but the nets that you and this old woman were working on have been successfully repaired in this time.
You know what?
And
Oh,
I was just going to say, I'm almost afraid to ask what state Harwa is going to be in whenever you turn back around.
I don't.
With all the sand waterboarding that had already started just at the beginning.
Water. He'll even get electrocuted and sand boarded. Like, he's fine.
Thank you so much. You know what? I'll take. I have to say, I have to. I have a room with my friends and everything. So, thank you for extending your cabin to me. I'll fix, and she'll grab the net that Crow worked on, and I'll fix this. You know, so in the morning I can give you the net, and I'm sorry, you just remembered my name, and that is something that most people don't remember. Even people that I was close to for years.
Well, it's their loss, I'm sure. You've been an absolute treat this evening.
Fuck yeah. And Rian is going to turn around.
Flip her off and kill her. It's time. You passed the mission.
But I don't want to take any more time than I already have, but because of what Harar is doing and what he's set out to do, is there a town sheriff she can talk to?
Through your discussions with the elderly woman, you come to find out that many of the roughly 24 people that live in this hamlet, a large majority of them left on this escapade about a day, maybe 2 days ago, from what she can remember. The morning after, there was a flash of light that caused the aisle opposite to start glowing pink. A number of the fisher folk were concerned, and since they all have their boats and were at the ready, they were going to go over there, investigate, and come back. However, she hasn't gotten a report back from them yet. So she's been kind of alone in the hamlet.
So
there are a couple of people still here in town. Like, there's somebody maintaining the Gull and Gasket Tavern. There's a Scaleside Shrine nearby. There's the Rattled Crab General Shack. But it looks as though most of the houses here don't have people occupying them at this moment. Like they've been recently abandoned, but not like overgrown with dust or broken windows or anything. Just recently.
So is there Oh.
Go ahead.
She'll look at the old woman. Is there anyone who could get that buffoon out of a cage?
Oh, I don't think you're gonna be wanting to let him out just quite yet. He caused quite a commotion when he was asked to surrender his weapons after going into the tavern. He was asked to surrender his weapons before going into the tavern. He handed some over, but I suppose there was a disagreement about the particulates about what was involved with being a weapon. And so it was because of that disagreement that they thought it would be best if he were just put in a timeout for a little while to cool off. And then nobody came back. And so I figured it best not to let him out until they come back, just in case. Is he another friend of yours?
No, he's from the same village as me. Look, it's complicated, but he's destined to do something that is in the same wheelhouse as. Let's just say that. Look, I don't like the men.
I'm sorry, I don't think I understood what that was. Was that Elvish?
No, it was indigestion. That is what it was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, you can chew on this tallow root for a little while. That should help settle your nerves.
Yeah, I just thank you.
No, okay. I've got plenty more at home.
It's just that he and I set forth on the same quest, but he knows how it's going to end. And I mean, he's a favorite of my village and everything, and everyone is counting on him. So, as much as annoying as he is, I need to make sure that he's able to continue on his quest, just not in my way.
I understand. Well, fate has a funny way of intervening when you need it most. I'm sure if he's important to your story, then the gods will find it fit to set him where he should be along his path. But if he's more of a boulder or an obstacle for you, I hope that he stays rooted in whatever mud he's sunk in.
Yeah. So, I mean, if he were to get out and promise just to leave, could you let him out?
So you vouch for him? Do you think that if we let him loose that he will just cut and run?
He's annoying.
Well, I'll tell you what. You've helped me out, so I think the very least that I could do is help you out in return. I'll talk to the good folk when they get back from across the Rotmere, and I'll seriously consider letting that little fella loose. How is he with net repair?
He's from the same village as me. It's just, I mean, he should
Because if
know.
he's gonna just be sat there all day, the least he can do is occupy his time, make himself worthwhile, earn his meals in the evening and afternoon. Put the boy to work.
He and I come from the same village, so he should know how to fish and repair nets. I could go talk ahead of him and let him know what's happening.
All right. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay at Scaleside, Rien. And thanks again.
No problem. And she'll make her way up to Horror, but if anyone I don't want to take anyone else's time, so we can cut it off there and get back to it later because she's just going to threaten him.
So what's everybody else doing in Scaleside as this is going on? As Harwer is being interrogated and the old woman is being conversed with, nets are being repaired.
Well, Bantu left that well behind and went to
right. That's what I'm here.
Yeah, I'll swing
all right.
Bantu.
The two of you make your way around up the shore to a place with a sign labeled the Gull and Gasket Tavern. And amongst the decor out front is a large wooden sign that says weapons to be surrendered at the door.
Okay.
Yas will put his halberd and his sword in the door. Or in the
Like a little basket, kind of like an umbrella container or crate.
Yeah. How big is the crate?
That thing might get a little bit filled in a second.
It's about 23 inches in depth by 37 and 43 and a half.
All right, Bantu pulls out his battle axe, his hand axe, his other hand axe, his scimitar, and his longbow and arrows, and puts it all in there.
Are there any weapons you're trying to bring in with you?
Oh, no, just my voice.
The most dangerous of all. How about Yastra?
I don't think I need the weapons to be a weapon.
Perfect. As you guys,
The Bash Brothers are going to be okay.
I'm pretty sure it's filled with chairs and tables and other people. We'll make do.
I think Bree was coming too, so between the three
At
of
some
us-
point.
After she's done sandboarding.
Yeah.
All right. But you guys enter this tavern, find more of a room with a couple of chairs than the tavern that you were used to at Westvale, but you can already smell a stew that is smelling quite hearty, and you can smell the strength of the drink already just walking in through the door.
Oh, gosh, this is going to be a good night.
Let's get drunk
There's
and have full belly.
There's a beat or two that goes by after the door closes behind you before a figure pokes his head into the room. This humanoid with a confused expression. He's got a bright orange mustache. The hair on top of his head has been shaved except for the sides above his ears. Kind of like a priest, kind of monk shave to it. And he introduces himself as Garen Pike, the tavern owner of the Gull and Gasket, and you boys are just in time for tonight's fish stew.
Yeah, serve us up.
Most excellent. A bowl of brown for the both of you then.
Bowl of
Two
brown.
bowls?
You got a glass or something to go with it?
I suppose it wouldn't be well suited without. Helps to wash it down. How special? How special? As Bree walks into the tavern. Bree, are there any weapons you were trying to sneak into the tavern?
Oh my god, can Bree let go of her
Darby.
greatsword?
We'll find out.
No, I'm not let go of anything.
All right.
Bree, there's no weapons allowed in here.
Sorry, ma'am. Perhaps
Alright,
you
then
didn't
Bree
see the
turns around
sign
and
out
walks back
front.
out.
If you wouldn't mind depositing your weapons into the crate out front.
All right.
I'll bring
Bantu, can you bring me
I'll
a
bring you
drink?
dinner.
I'm sorry, sir. I am a weapon, so if I'm not allowed in here, then
Yes.
I will not be partaking.
I understand if you find yourself incapable of restraining yourself, I would prefer you to keep your business elsewhere.
Oh,
We've had a number of impolite strangers of late, and frankly, we don't need any more.
oh, you talk about that asshole in the cage?
That pink-haired son of a bitch?
Yeah,
You're
fuck
damn
that
right I
guy.
am. Boy was in here the other night causing all sorts of trouble for any one of the locals that walked their way into my lovely doors. Worst part about it is the damn boy didn't pay his tab. Caused enough trouble he got himself kicked out of here before the end of the night.
How much did he owe you?
At least 20 silvers worth.
Okay. Bantu will put a gold piece and say, that's for me, Bree, Yastrav, and cover the Pipsqueak's tab. Mostly for you,
Much obliged.
not for him.
Much obliged, Brett. I knew all outsiders couldn't be as terrible as that piece of scum.
Bantu of Pathfinders. Yastrav also with Pathfinders. And our friend Bree is, well, she kind of worked with them too.
Oh, Well, what brings you Pathfinders out around here? I don't suppose you're looking to establish Scaleside as your next up-and-coming port of prosperity? New venture to open up for other travelers and such?
No, just kind of passing through. We're working on a kind of an undead case.
No, that makes sense. Which probably wouldn't be having much business in Scaleside anyhow.
Nice little place. Seems pretty peaceful. How's the fishing?
Fishing's normally pretty good. Seems we are, well, uniquely situated these past couple of days. Ever since the isle across the way started glowing, few folk around here thought it would be in their better interest to investigate what's going on. But seems as though they have yet to return with their reports. Meanwhile, everything else about town is continuing with its goings-on, and there are significantly fewer townsfolk to tend to things. So it's putting a good... I mean, if you're willing, we got a few roofs that need patching. I know there are a few nets that need repairing out by the docks. It's going to take that old lady probably a week and a half to patch that. That's assuming that she doesn't poke into her hands again.
I think my friend Rien was helping her.
Oh, well, that's awfully nice.
Hey, Yas, you feel like patching roofs?
He BRB'd.
He'll help.
Quietly, Grace.
Oh,
Well,
Bantu,
that would be much appreciated.
Slurps down his fish soup and chugs his beer and pats Yas on the back and says,
Come on, let's go patch some roofs.
Wait, what? I zoned out. What?
Oh, like half the town went looking over at the island because of all the lights and everything, and they haven't come back, and a bunch of roofs are leaky, and they need help. So we're gonna help them.
Why don't we help by go finding the people?
Well, that's not gonna happen tonight, is it?
Well, I don't want to fix a roof tonight.
Well, we're gonna.
Fine, let me finish this.
Okay, fine.
And then he slams his stew and beer and follows Bantu to the leaky roofs.
while he's finishing his, Bantu will take out soup and a beer to Bree.
Lovely. Bantu, if you wouldn't mind rolling me some kind of a carpentry check, either athletics or sleight of hand, something along that.
I would love to roll an athletics check for you.
Let's do that with assistance because Josh Trev is assisting you.
With a hammer.
Sure. 25.
25 is excellent. You guys passed your second skill check in this town. As the sounds of Bantu and Yashrev repairing roofs can start to be heard all anywhere within this hamlet, small enough. And I will be right back before we jump to the next group.
Hold up.
First we fix roofs, then we get drunk. Has Seneca just been watching all of this?
No, she's just honestly she took a little walk along the beach.
She's just like, oh, and I'm gone.
Well, she also grew up on a coastal town. She just, no offense to Rien, fish is not her thing.
You guys had opposite reactions. You're just like, I've had a little too much fish, thank you.
Oh no, it's fishy here. All right. I guess with that we can jump back to What's going on with Howard Murphy? So what sort of a sorry state is this gentleman in as Rien returns, Eovendra?
I mean, EO has just been sort of sitting back and watching this guy make a fool of himself. And he's occasionally sort of thrown a glance over at where Rien and Crow are to see if Crow looks, satisfied with the level of embarrassment that's been achieved. And I'd say after about 30 minutes, he finally lets the concentration dissipate, so the guy can do what he wants in the cage now.
But he's still choking on sand.
Punk ass bitch.
For at least an hour.
This
So
works
Rien.
differently because halfway, whenever Crow has to get up because of the mess she's made, she's gonna go to EO, and she's gonna EO. I've finished helping over there. I think they are quite done with what I was able to assist with. I was very helpful. But I was hoping maybe we could get some refreshments and maybe a nice warm. She seemed quite excited about fish stew, so maybe perhaps we could get some sort of dining arrangement or something. That way she could eat, because she did a lot more than I had, because I was merely helping as much as my abilities would allow, and she's just far more experienced in the webbing of fish nets than I am comfortable with. But she's finishing up, and I figured we could use some refreshments or something and stew.
Of
Quite
course,
hungry.
mistress. We'll go immediately.
And then she's gonna look over to Horror and just give him like this evil death glare as she walks by.
He definitely sees it.
Sahaba. Sorry.
That's perfect.
He waves at you. You go by.
He's gonna fall in love with Crow now.
Do you blame him? Look at her.
Absolutely.
I guess Yastrav is gonna start whistling a tune while he works on a roof.
Cool. Roofs are being repaired. I'm assuming assuming Crow and Eo are going to the Gull and Gasket Tavern.
Wherever the fish stew is.
You said it's not exactly a big town, so
Right, yeah.
Perfect.
You guys make your way in, and Garen Pike is happy, smiling, comforting, and all sorts of enthusiastic to have more business with new faces. And with as helpful as Bantu and Yastrav were about wanting to assist with the roofs, he's only all the more enthused as more people walk into the door. Excuse me. Seneca, as you are walking up and down along the beach, as the party is elsewhere within town, it's about that time that the sun starts setting in the distance and the light begins creeping away from the skyline. As the sun starts setting over that isle to the west, you can just start making out that pink glow start from opposite. Somewhere beyond.
Is there anything weird going on with the water, or does it just look like water?
It's relatively normal water-ish.
Ish?
For,
Yes. What does it mean?
That doesn't sound very good.
for having a fungal reef, It's weird.
I'm sorry, a
Like-
fungal reef?
Fungal reef. The coral reef has been infected by the fungus. Now the Rotmere has a fungal coral reef. So, like, there's a weird phenomena that you have never experienced anywhere else in the world before, but that's here. Besides that, it seems like normal water.
Huh. Interesting.
With the shark people and the kraken, there's all sorts of mean things waiting in the depths, to be sure.
Kraken. Let's
Yeah,
crack.
Rian saw a kraken.
Yeah, there was
No.
a
It
kraken.
swam under her.
Yeah, but Rian
That's just
also
a conspiracy.
Rian also talks about ghosts a lot. There's no such
Yeah, but
thing.
not a kraken. That's different.
That's different. Kraken are real.
No, ghosts are real.
You know
Both
what's
are
neat
real.
about krakens?
They always be kraken jokes.
They're always in the water, so if you stay away from the water, we're set.
Mm-hmm.
No.
No? Is there a mountain kraken? Oh my god, that'd be sick.
No.
I've heard of a moose to kraken.
Oh,
What's up, kraken?
my back be cracking. Ay. I'll stop. Thank
Don't
you.
joke about that. I got that about that today, Rachel.
Oh no.
My back cracked. My neck cracked.
I no. I'm gonna stop now.
Is Scaleside big enough to have like a local trader or like general store?
There is a general store, yes.
Hey yo.
It's got, what is the name of the thing? The Rattled
Needs a
Crab General Shack.
Ooh, a shack, even better.
Did you say the wrathful crab?
Rattled Crab.
Rattled crab. The wrathful
Why did we
crab
rattle
would
the
be awesome.
crab? What
Because you
horrors
gotta
did
knock
you
loose
see?
his generalities. Stepping inside of this general shack, you can see they sell bait, rope, salted fish, cheap tools, and a number of questionable surgical advice.
Wait, a number of questionable what?
Surgical advice, like what to do in case of a hook gets caught in your hand pamphlet. What to do if bit by this type of a fish, stung by this type of a jellyfish.
Huh. Interesting.
And like, assuming you know a thing or two about human anatomy, you'd question some of these practices. Some of them are maybe more holistic than medicinal.
She would like to buy a couple lengths of rope because we always seem short on it, and it's always handy.
Very, very, very doable. What is the price of rope? I think it's 10 gold.
I know the hard work's not making it out of town alive.
Let's see.
This town doesn't like me.
Rope you can get for 1 gold. 50 feet for 1 gold.
How many does he have?
As many feet as you would like. This is a fisherman's village. They've got all the rope that you need and none of the people that need rope right now.
She'll take might seem like overkill, but she'll take 5 lengths of rope.
Sure.
And then noticing that the village is oddly empty, she shall conversate with the storekeep. As she places the gold on the counter in his hand, whatever.
Friends call me Tamsin Vale.
Pleasure to meet you, Tamsin. My name is Seneca Stonebender.
Oh, nice. So what brings y'all to Scaleside? Sticking around or passing through?
Passing through. We're just staying for the night. A bit of an undead problem, so we've heard. In the
you
area.
don't say. First time hearing about it.
Oh,
Found
perhaps it's not as big of a problem as we hope it'll be then.
Oh, I mean, I'm no conjurer or wizard or necromancer myself, but from what I understand, the Whisperwood might be one of the few places where the undead are not wont to rise.
So we've heard. I
Uh,
could.
It's
Oh,
strange to think. It's strange to wonder if that's good or nefarious. You know, it's weird. Whenever something's dead, staying dead is questionable. You know.
I do. I've noticed an alarming amount of the dead don't quite seem to want to stay dead.
So this isn't a new problem for you.
Not in general, no, but we've just barely come into the area here.
Oh well, welcome. Welcome to Scaleside, and if there's anything that I can help you find, I'll do my darndest.
Well, actually, I was wondering, I couldn't help but notice that the town is awfully empty.
That's right. Yeah. Well, truth be told, a few nights ago there was some sort of I guess the best way to put it is like a light storm, like lightning without the thunder. All sorts of colors and swirls and lights from across the Rotmere. Well, I mean, I don't want to say I'm superstitious, but I did warn everybody to put their offerings at the local shrine before making their way across the bay, just in case, you know, because you can never be too cautious in your travels. But not everyone followed my advice. They're just hoping that they all make their way back safe and sound, you know?
Well, I hope the same for them as well. A shrine, you say?
Yeah, just on the edge of town. It's nothing special, but I find that any time that I'm making my own trek out into the woods, that if I light a candle vigil, I feel a little bit safer trekking out.
Well, perhaps I'll have to leave something there on when we're on our way out.
Oh, here, I want you to have this then. And he outstretches his arm, and it's grasped around a small candle on the house.
Well, thank you.
You can't be too careful out there.
No, the woods are quite unsettling.
I'll say, always whispering about something. Like they know something you don't, you know?
Yeah, something like that.
Anyways, what you gonna need with all that rope?
You'd be surprised how often adventurers end up down holes they can't climb back up.
Ah, well,
or vice
good thing
versa.
you came. Oh, I see. Yeah, supposing that makes sense then.
Do you know of any folk that might need any help around town?
Oh, sure. There's a
Considering
number
that
of.
you're out quite a few people.
Oh, sure. There's a number of people that could use a fair hand or two. I know that old Garen Pike about the Gull and Gasket's been going on about this hole that he's been wanting to get patched about his roof, and he sure let the folk know whenever they're trying to get out of it by going across the aisle over yonder. But you know, besides that, there's the occasional doing abouts, you know. But you said you're only passing through?
Yes, we're leaving in the morning.
Huh. Well, I mean, you know, don't feel obligated to stick around and help us just because you're coming into our path. I mean, it's our job to host you. You're our visitors, after all. But I would advise try and keep clear of the southernmost buildings about town if you haven't already. There's a particularly nasty fellow who's jailed up there. He's got pink hair and is dangling in one of the cages out front. He was particularly rude a few evenings ago, and the town elders decided it best to keep him caged until, well, the townsfolk return to decide what to be done with him.
Oh, him. Yes. We came across him coming into town.
He'll spit up something rude and mean just for walking by it.
That is certainly the impression that I got from him. I reckon you just let him dangle for a few more days. Put some fish guts on him and the gulls won't leave him alone.
I just don't understand what's got that individual so particularly hateful.
I suppose only the gods know truly.
Isn't that the truth? Anyhow, are you going to be needing any healing potions then? We do have a couple of those tucked away for special occasions. And I think seeing all these new faces in town all of a sudden qualifies.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to buy some off of you.
I do have 3 left from our last resupply. Just of the common variety, I'm afraid. I'm sure nothing of the quality that you're used to.
Boy, I see it. Anything's better than nothing.
Supposing I could let each of these go for about 45 gold a pop.
Oh. 45 gold a pop.
Yeah.
You know, 5 gold
the
below
more
the standard
expensive
going
side.
rate.
She doesn't know the standard rate. She can afford to buy 1.
Well, wonderful. Would you like that wrapped up in paper?
Oh, no, thanks. I'll just put it in my pack.
Very well, just careful with the glass. They can be fragile. Wouldn't want those breaking and spilling out all over the place.
Oh, no, I've had plenty do that before. Awful waste, really.
Awful waste. Terribly expensive, too. Had one of the boys in town helping me when we had the last resupply, and he dropped the crate full of healing potions. Truth be told, that's why we found ourselves a bit light this time round.
Goodness, I'm sure he got an earful then.
We were none too pleased, to be sure, but luckily we don't get that many adventurers through here too often. But I mean, it might have done you some more good if we had a few more to offer.
Well, thank you for the ropes and the potion and the conversation, Mr.
absolutely.
Tamsin. Yes.
Just have yourself a wonderful stay at Scaleside. And I hope to run into you again before you take off.
She will give him a wave, and then she'll take herself to the tavern for some food and some alcohol.
Cool. Anybody else want to accomplish anything in Scaleside this evening?
Besides talking.
You'll make
with-
sure to arrange for a very nice fish stew meal for everyone before everyone else goes to the common room to sleep, and Crow takes the 1 bedroom.
Wonderful.
Shikari is going to find a bookshop. Is there a bookshop in town?
There are a couple of books to be found at the Rattled Crab, but there's not a bookshop of its own.
Oh, okay. In that case, is there a sort of like, I don't know, like a playground or something like that, or like a sort of like a family-friendly restaurant or anything along those lines?
I mean, there's the cave that doubles up as a fish smoker and storm shelter.
Well, that's gross. So she's
There's
gonna set
the
up kind of wherever
rickety
the town
pier.
square is. I don't, no, it's fine. Wherever the town square is, Shakar is just gonna go and kind of bring her bag of books, and she's going to set up, and then for the sake of time, she's going to have like made sure she's allowed to do this with like whoever might be regulating that sort of thing. But she's going to set up and set out some books, and she's going to offer to like barter or sell her sort of like lending library thing with anybody who wants to come by. And in order to gain clients, she's gonna she has her little like book stall set up or whatever. And then she's going to start reading from one of her stories, one of the books she has. And it's going to be like a seafaring tale filled with pirates and daring and that sort of thing. And she's going to do that in the square, like wherever the like central area of town is.
Go ahead and roll me. I think this sounds like a performance check, but I'm open for argument.
I would argue for Arcana because she's using her knowledge of the stories to sort of like bring them to life. She knows these stories like the back of her hand. She's told them, she's read them. They were some of the favorites that she and Tuk-Tak used to like pore over in the library late at night. So these are some of her favorite tales. So she's using that like knowledge of the story, and she knows exactly where it's going. So she knows how to like build up the drama right where she needs to. She's going subtle and whispering right at the perfect spots. Nothing surprises her because she knows the story in and out.
Go. Go ahead
Arcana?
and roll me an Arcana check.
Good thing I got plus 12. I got a 14.
Ooh. All right. You are out here reading for a while before it is made apparent to you that a majority of this town is just not here. I think in total you clock about 4 residents in all of Scaleside that are left behind, not counting Harbour. And one of them does make their way around later. A halfling woman with brown hair makes her way around as you're continuing to regale this tale. It's been maybe like half an hour, 45 minutes of you reading aloud and not really catching much attention by anyone. You catch some members of the party walking this way and that, Bantu and Yastra repairing the roofs up top. And it's after about these 45 minutes have gone by before this halfling woman just kind of slows her pacing and just kind of like stops and leans up on one of the nearby walls just to listen as you continue through this tale. And assuming it's like a shorter story, it does come to a conclusion at some point in this reading.
I'll find a stopping point and I'll say, hello, friend. My name is Shikari. What's yours?
Oh, hi. My friends call me Elira Mott. I'm the seamstress and sail mender in town.
Well, Elira, I'll make bold to call you a new friend and call you by your name. I wonder, the townsfolk, they've all gone?
Yeah, there was some business across the way with some lights or some such. So everybody thought it would be I guess it would be their business to go find out what's going on. Concerned about it might be another terror or some such, but without anybody returning, I'm afraid that maybe could be something worse.
Is everyone overdue?
Well, they should have been back yesterday or the day before at the earliest, but they just... Perhaps something has kept them. Maybe a hole was... I don't wish to say it out loud, but maybe one of their boats had a small leak that needed to be tended to. It could have been any number of small problems, hiccups that they came across in their journeys. Sorry, this is none of your concern. I got a bit distracted walking by and found myself kind of losing myself in your tale. unfamiliar with this poem. Did you acquire that here from the Gull and Gasket?
This is one of my favorite books, actually. It's a copy, obviously. But I've read it ever since I was a child. One of my favorites. I didn't procure it here. As a matter of fact, I find the lack of a bookshop or any sort of library a little shocking. To say the least.
Well, I mean, not every fisherman can read. What's nice about this community, though, is we do try our best to better one another. And for longer, more boring stretches of fishing, as she kind of like looks both ways to make sure there's nobody around to hear her mention the idea that fishing is boring in a sentence in a fishing town. I don't know. We found it helps to pass the time, you know, while you're waiting for something to nab onto your bait.
I think that is entirely true. Reading, the doldrums of life. You can escape into a more adventuresome story. Can you read?
I can. I have been. I had a wonderful teacher in my youth, and I've been doing my darndest to try and share that gift with whoever is willing to listen when they spend the time.
Well, in that case, as a fellow bibliophile, please accept this copy of these pirate tales. I hope you share them and spread the knowledge of reading and the joy of stories.
I couldn't possibly put you out of your only copy.
It isn't my only copy, I promise.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. This is, we have several, I've been given several copies to distribute.
Well, thank you very much. I will cherish this copy for as long as I hold on to it. Thank you again.
You're very welcome.
Apologies. My mind has been racing about a mile a minute. Did you say what your name was?
My name is Shikari.
Well, Shikari, it's been a privilege to meet you today.
It was lovely to have someone to read to.
So what brings you to Scaleside?
As a matter of fact, we're here with some friends. We're looking for a solution to a problem, a blight in the forest. We're here sort of, spending the night before we continue on trying to solve that journey. We've had some business at the tower as well, so.
I see. The tower?
Yes. In the forest.
Has a very confused expression on her face. Like you're saying something that's obvious to you that is not obvious to the person you're talking to. What tower
I
is
wouldn't.
that?
I wouldn't worry about it. It's a place in the forest, and my friends and I stopped there on our way here.
Oh, I see. Oh, it must be one of those, what do they call the Pathfinder towers. I see. Like a checkpoint of sorts.
You could call it that.
Well, tell me, what did you call it? Bibliophile to another. Are you familiar with Tusklove?
Am I, Brian?
Well, roll me a book check.
A book check? Is
A
that
book
like an
check.
intelligence check or something?
You tell me. This is your choice of a roll.
Book check. A book check. I mean, I guess it doesn't. I mean, our Arcana is a lovely choice always, but it betrayed me last time. I also have history, but that's only at a +7. My nature
Only?
is +2. Yeah. I'll do an Arcana check. Fuck it. Why not?
A 16. At least we're trending upward.
Well, let's see. Hey, that works. You are familiar with the tale of Tusk Love, though it is not one of the volumes that has made its way to the Bastion shelves. This is a tale of a half-orc pirate captain and this romantasy that he has with this maiden. This
I knew it the second you started. I was like, it's
fantasy
not.
romance novel.
This is amazing.
Not historical in the least. I believe the scholars that you inquired about finding a copy of this quoted something along the line of there is absolutely no educational value within these pages whatsoever, or something along those lines. It's pure
See,
smut.
I would object. I would object to that line of reasoning and say that actually the Bastion would have a robust smut section. Like,
I
why
would say
wouldn't
there
they?
are particulars in the Bastion that absolutely cherish their smutty sections, but not everybody of the library thinks that these volumes would be worth saving after the world ends.
Yastrev has some smutty books. that he reads occasionally.
I'm just so against the idea that I would make a character that's part of a librarian's order that doesn't have a smut section in the library. I just
did not say that. That is not the case. There is a whole section of the Bastion that is dedicated to the smuttier novellas.
Yay! I want to go there.
I'm telling you that the teachers and instructors that you had, like that instructor, the tutor you had, was against smutty reading. The person that taught you was against it, not necessarily the establishment. It was a matter of having the professor who was against that in their curriculum.
Okay, that's better then. I'm happy with knowing that there is a section of. I was gonna be like, at the very least, I know that there would be librarians collecting porn in a secret section of the library, which I love. Like an underground. There's a curtain that said with adults, so a sign over it, and like.
Oh, you thought the restricted section was tucked away.
Right, exactly. Like I could see that happening, but okay, as long as they have smut, that's all that matters. So I'm gonna say let's go with the logic that it's a newer romance
As
novel.
she produces one of these volumes from her own tote bag.
Oh my god, you have a copy of that? Oh, that's amazing. I don't think I've had that one yet. I've heard good things though.
Truth be told, it was passed down to me from a friend of a friend, but I think that you have the very mindset to appreciate such a volume as this, knowing that texts are best shared than to be hoarded.
I mean, you've got me dead to rights. Is she giving me the book?
She is absolutely handing this over.
Okay.
You were offering the one book, she looked like she needed to give you something, and like an idea kind of hit her, like, oh yeah, I have that thing.
All right, cool. She's going to take the book, and she's going to do what anyone who has read a romance novel that's been handed down by someone else, she's going to look at the spine and find the most worn out part of the spine.
Uh-oh.
And she's going to open the book to that part, and she's going to read it, and she's going to be like, oh, yeah, I have some friends who'd be interested in reading this, absolutely.
Oh my god, you dirty birdie.
Shikari cracks the spine of the book, and even from the rooftops, Bantu and Yastrev can see Shikari's eyes go wide.
Oh, I
Indeed.
know that book. That's a good book.
Well, thank you so much, friend. I'm sure there'll be miles of enjoyment that come out of this.
Absolutely. Have a terrific stay.
And best of luck to you and your town.
And see,
Cut.
With that, if anybody would like to accomplish anything else, speak now.
I'd like to get drunk if the roof is fixed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm drunk. No rolls. Let's
Time to start
go.
drinking.
Yeah. Oh, OKG, baby.
Do you wait till you're down from the roof to start drinking?
I don't see
No,
why you can't
Bantu
have.
brings him up a beer as he's finishing the last roof, and they drink it on the roof together.
They can just teleport him down later.
I'll roll. Gravity works. Hopefully.
It works, hopefully.
What are we rolling?
I don't know.
His body off.
You wanted to roll
No,
something.
I'm rolling downhill off the fucking roof.
Gotcha. Yastrev is rolling, not Jared.
Rolling Yas gathers no beer.
Oh, dear God. It consumes the beer.
He's rolling because he needs to gather more.
It's like it just turns into this Tasmanian devil tornado that just goes through the town and consumes all the beer.
Bree's gonna move from her spot on the weapons check-in table because she was sitting there while everyone was drinking and doing fun stuff. Out to a pier, and she's actually gonna just go for a nice night swim. So she'll strip down to her skivvies, put her stuff on the edge of the pier, and then go out.
All right. How far
Dude,
out
me
from the
and-
pier would Briareus like to go? As anybody in town could absolutely see.
Me and Bantu are
Small
watching
hammer.
her just get down to her skivvies and jump in the water.
I'm not watching.
I'm watching. She just jumped off the pier.
I think she'll go out probably like 30, 40 feet off the end of the pier and then just kind of do some laps.
Cool. Bree gets in a good evening, afternoon night swim. Early night swim.
Does she get?
Isn't this the
by a
same Kraken-infested waters?
Yes.
Tis.
You know what? The way Bree's feeling right now, let a Kraken come up my way.
Oh,
It's not
Bree,
infested.
no.
They live there.
It's not the first time I've been inside a creature. I'll fight my way out.
That's very Kratos energy, and I appreciate that.
That is so badass. Oh my god.
Hey, I've been between Chikari's legs, and let me tell you, that is a fight to get out.
Oh,
Oh.
smut. This is a smut episode.
This is
Hey,
the Dirty Birdie episode for sure. Bantu, I have a problem.
What's that?
My beer's empty.
Oh, I got you.
Yes, summon beer.
Wait, Bantu, wait.
No,
Is there
Bantu's gonna
anybody
put-
walking along the road?
Huh? Oh,
Not for a while, but at some point in time, you do see the halfling woman that you spotted talking to Shikari is walking along that road later.
Madam, if I give you a gold coin, would you go get us beer?
Oh, hello. She just kind of pauses,
Above
and
you,
it
up
takes
here.
her a moment to realize that you were speaking to her from up on the roof. And she looks up. Apologies. You wanted to what?
Beer. We just fixed these roofs, and it's a beautiful view, and we don't want to get down.
but
So
we
Oh,
need
that's so nice of you.
refills.
Oh, of course. no.
I will see what I can get from Pike.
Or if you could find a young, strapping lad who can run a spear, that'd be great as well. I feel bad asking.
I'll tell you what, there were a couple of folk that I saw had made their way into town. Let me see if I can find one of them.
Or if you see
walks
this,
her way
hold on.
towards
If you
the-
see this Asimar woman that is completely gorgeous and really well done, you can have her bring us the beers.
Wow,
Okay.
everyone's
won't.
lusting.
as this halfling woman then walks into the Gull and Gasket Tavern, where I assume Io and Crow are at, and she takes a moment before this woman's gaze lingers on Crow. before making your way over and say, I think your friends up on the roof would like you to bring them another round of drinks.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for letting me know. I will take it under consideration.
You know what? I'm gonna live here. I love this town. All the NPCs are fucking awesome. They get what we're about, and they just like us. I like them. We should live here forever.
And with that,
I
we
will
won
not
D&D.
bring the beer for the record. That's not her job.
What?
I asked for a strapping lad. He's the one who asked.
Should have asked for EO, then we would have known we got the beer.
Or silence.
Yeah, you really should have.
The time starts to pass, and it gets
Oh,
a little later.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Can
Go ahead.
Rian talk with horror?
Yes, please.
Horror. I even came up with this
Oh,
horror's
horror.
name.
Shame on you.
Hooray.
I'm pretty.
Horror. Horror. Horror.
Hurrah. His parents hated him.
If only that
So
were the
do
case.
we.
I'm indifferent. I want to see what he can do. If he can do cool things, I'll let his little snarky attitude get away with it.
It's gonna be Patriots Seahawks in the Super Bowl.
He gives me very Gary Oak vibes, except that he's in a cage and he sounds like that.
Nah, you're
Perfect.
right.
He reminds me of
That-
Jimmy from
that-
South Park.
That was the note. But Rian walks up, just stomps towards Horror, without stopping. What does he look like? Covered in sand, dry, not dry, but like.
He was, I think he took his pants off at one point. His hair is
Was naked.
all sorts of a mess now. It's not nearly all done up in the neat mohawk that it was before after having sand fall on his head for about an hour. His glasses are all scratched and scuffed up. Any of the finery that he had left on his person has just kind of been soiled a little bit more. He's looking further disheveled. And as you start walking a little bit closer, he seems to perk up, noticing you approaching.
Without breaking her stride, she's going to come right up to the cage, lunge at him, and bring him like nose to nose with her, like grabbing his shirt and just, and yeah, not pushing, yeah, but bringing him him nose to nose with her, and I hope he hits his head. Look here, you little shit. If you remember what the gods gave you, you are supposed to kill the fucking dragon. You are not doing that. You might not care about my brother, but it is your duty as what was prescribed in your destiny to kill it. So you are going to treat the goddamn people of this village with the utmost respect so you can get out of this cage and you can go on your very merry way to kill the dragon.
He takes a beat, and you notice as there's just like a moment where even this moment is longer than you've ever felt in your life, that he's given you this just kind of moment to breathe before just jumping down your throat with some sort of an insult towards you. And that immediately feels kind of weird, but it's a good kind of weird. I guess that's technically progress, right?
Yeah.
But as he's there, sorry, Rian.
Because I swear to the gods, if my brother is dead by the time that you slay that dragon, I will make sure that that is the last thing that you kill. Do not.
Well, if you would just open up this cage door, I could get going on my quest. Perhaps I could even join you, and together we could slay the dragon. We don't need them, Rian.
Can I
Just the two of us.
make a perception check?
Absolutely.
I don't want to like intervene. I just want to boo in the distance.
I like to imagine that you're up on a rooftop nearby drinking, and since you're waiting on more drinks, you got nothing else to do but listen. So you can definitely hear this.
Just turned into the two old guys from the moment.
Yeah.
Rian
Does the
is
whole party? Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Did I hear that?
You did hear that, yes.
That's just Batu and Yastrev heckling him.
Rian is going to spit at his feet and shove him against the wall of the cage. I think a little bit of time in a cage will do you good. They'll let you out if you're polite. And she'll walk away.
As you're stepping away, you can hear his voice. You're on my path again. So be sure to get better, Rian, because I refuse to beat the same middy dim I left behind in the fishing village. Next time, I'm not challenging you from a cage.
He's blasting off again.
It's wild that he got put in a cage in the nicest NPC village I think I've
Yeah, he must
ever
have like
been in.
passed out drunk, and then they like tossed him in the cage.
I would like to
No,
imagine.
he refused to take his weapons off.
I like to imagine that this is like in Spider-Man No Way Home, and if he were to just, I don't know, push on the door of the cage, it would open.
They're
And
so
it's-
nice they don't lock their doors here.
Yeah, it's like, well, we've never encountered anyone who is rude, so let's just put him in this cage. And they're like, we don't have a lock, but oh well.
But don't tell him that. Tell him we need the key.
But Rian will stomp inside the bar, and yeah, she's pissed. She's not in her usual chipper mood as she's doing the net that Crow so expertly
Nodded
nodded. Yeah,
in the worst way.
Yeah.
If I see Rianne going to the bar, I would like to use my skill Commander Strike maneuver.
Yeah.
Hey Rianne, can you grab us a beer, please? She doesn't have to do it. It's not like a suggestion or anything like that. It's just like, oh hey,
We've just been
beer?
waiting for like 10 minutes and the beers haven't come.
Where the fuck is Crow?
Yeah. Rian would do that regardless. I mean, he's a nice person. Yeah, no, of course. Do you want it cold or hot?
Rianne, we want the cold.
Oh, okay.
Hell drinks warm beer.
I don't fucking
Oh my
know.
god,
apparently.
Seneca. Welcome to the room.
British people.
I'm actually on the street. I don't think you need any more beers up there if you can't see right where I am.
You are very small. Sorry.
You could join us instead of being snarky. Yeah, come drink with us, Seneca. On the roof with this view. And not just Bree. That feels creepy if I mean like the actual ocean. But there is Bree out there. Is there Bree? Do we still see Bree swimming? I want to make sure that if Bree gets yoinked underwater, we notice it.
You can spy Bree swimming out a little further from beyond the pier than you might feel comfortable with. But it might take you a little while before you spot her again in the darkness. But thanks to that kind of pink glow that gets a little bit brighter, you can just make out the silhouette of Bree drifting on the water.
She also still has her amulet on, and so the amulet's still glowing a little bit green.
Good to know. There's a little green light emanating from Briarius.
Bree wants to go do something with Harar in a little bit.
Harar. Her to you too. That's such a fucking stupid name. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm sorry. Continue.
Briarius, at some point.
Yeah.
I assume you're coming back?
Yeah. She's
keep on
not
swimming.
well. She's gonna pull herself back up onto the pier, grab her stuff. She's not clearly welcome in the tavern. They don't like her. So she's gonna take her
Bree,
stuff
you
and
can
go.
come drink on the roof with us.
Bree, with your
Maybe
15
in a little bit.
perception, as you're swimming back and kind of gathering your things, you can make out an elderly woman that's sat in a rocking chair outside on one of the patios, who offers you a nice, like a small wave, but she does take notice of you.
She'll wave back. Hello, ma'am. But she hasn't gotten dressed, so she just has an armful of her gear, and she walks over to Harar, and she goes up to him, and she says, I don't like the way that you are treating Rian. I'm going to let you go if you leave. And don't ever talk to her like that again. Otherwise, I will do terrible things to you.
And I think that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yeah. Who hasn't hit Harar yet? Who hasn't? Who hasn't?
Yastrev
I thought about
hasn't
it.
even
Who hasn't
acknowledged
threatened
it.
him yet?
I didn't threaten him. I just gave him an opportunity to express his love.
This was a fantastic session.
The smut session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys being dudes up on a roof.
Guys being dudes.
If
Just a couple
there
of
was,
guys being dudes.
It was
If
all
this
Shawshank
campaign-
up on the roof.
if this campaign was a book, there would be crease in the spine for this session right now. That's how good it is.
Hopefully, no liquid spots on the pages.
Get out! It's just beer. It's just beer. Stop telling me.
This is fantastic.
Yes, your jaw's on the floor. You might want to pick it up a little bit, man.
Who am I looking at? Grantello? Yo.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, girl, holla.
Much like wine, girl, you looking fine.
Hey.
I would like one more thing if I could. As
That session's over, man.
no. All right. Night, everybody. Bye.
Yastra dies. He has a brain aneurysm for asking for one more thing. Oh, what's up?
As me and Bantu are sitting on the roof, just between the two of us and staring out at the sunset, Yastrev's gonna just mention himself. You know, Tristan, I really enjoy these moments we have together, and I'm very happy to be here with you.
Did you call him Tristan?
Yep.
Bantu
That's
just
his
puts his
mom's
arm
name.
around Yastrev and gives him a hug and says, I'm happy to be with you too.
Nah. Thank you, Bantu.
That's what you do when someone's sundowning.
Oh,
Is that not what's happening here?
Little bit of sundowning. Little bit of sundowning.
You're not supposed to point that out. Sorry, guys.
No,
Not to
you
the
are
person sundowning.
absolutely correct, and thank you for that.
Wait. Oh, is
Yastrev is getting older. The more you guys
Yastrev's old
travel,
as hell.
Yeah, Yastrev is old enough to be your father now.
Well,
You know what that means?
He looks old enough to be your father.
You should not be falling off a roof after drinking.
I was going to say he's getting up to Bree's prime age territory.
I think him and Bree technically are around the same age.
Yeah.
He just got weird timey-wimey through the vortex. But the higher, pretty much in my head, the higher level he gets to the point where he was the Emperor's Guard, is he gets closer to his actual age. But then it's also been a while, so I figured mentally he'd be lacking a little as well. I need to find new art for him.
just draw like gray streaks in there, and you'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Microsoft Paint. We'll fix it.
In my head, he looks more like Reinhardt from Overwatch at his like the peak when he went into the storm originally.
So instead of Yastrev, he's Ultra.
I have art for that, damn it.
I appreciate you, Lucas.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.
Good night.
I also have
Fantastic.